Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audiblepodcast.com/Sorgatron Media. Over 75,000 titles to choose from for your iPod, iPhone, or MP3 player.
This is Deeeeelicious Jimmy Demarco, and you're listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Wrestling Mayhem
Show.com.
It's the best day of the week. Today is the day that you have chosen to listen to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. This is DJLunchbox, putting it the fuck down for you. Let's fucking do this. Monday night, you know it must be raw. Leaders being a whore and not wearing a bra. Seen his damn belt still spin around his waist. I can ship at a rhymes on what comes out of his face. Tuesday night and it's EC Dub. Michael Q Knoxville join the club. If he's sick of the shit, scream out boo boo. This ain't EC Dub and we can tell that too. Wednesday night, ROH on DVD, the best wrestling on the planet to the nth degree. Joe Damon's delirious, Daniel City, Kid McCarthy, Homicide, the Rottweilers, and Kenta Kobashi. Thursday night, TNA on Spike. Bruce is spoken, so that means
I think I hit the D batteries. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. It's 2:45, and we're here on a special Thursday Mayhem. We got some very special guests with us right here. IWC Heavyweight Champion Jimmy Demarco. That's you. That's you. And along with him, the $1 billion man, Chesty Flexor.
Flexor sis. Mother Flexor.
Oh,
wait, his tits are moving.
We're apparently also joined by Shima Zion, Roderick Strong, John McChesney, and about like 20 other guys.
Yeah. We're autographing this. Luke Ravenstall already autographed it. We've got a lot of autographs on here. We're going to auction it in intermission. And all proceeds go to Chesty Flexor's fund.
Rape fund.
Rape fund, yeah. It's fun. It's fun for potential rape victims. Not people who've already been raped,
Not
just
even
future rape victims.
Not even 5 minutes into the show, and we're already talking about rape.
We're doing it in the pre-show. Come on. And, of course, with us straight out of Texas is WrestleFan. How are you doing this week?
I'm doing great. It is Thursday, not night. Then shit, I can't talk.
Dude, you're from Texas. You shouldn't be like when you say it live from Texas. You gotta be like, "Hi, I'm from Texas." You gotta be like, "Yeah!" and pull up your cowboy hat, man. Start smacking your ass and shit. Ain't that what Texas people do?
Whoa.
That was a good yeehaw, man. I'm proud of myself.
I could not have said it best.
I should move to fucking Texas. Ray Rose down there.
He is.
Oh, shit.
WrestleFan, you want to try that again?
I think Jimmy DeMarco summed it up for me perfectly.
There you go.
Can you do yeehaw?
And from his Arctic observatory, taking some cat pills and washing it down, is the DJLunchbox. How you doing?
Oh, I can see through time. Ah! Good. Finally, good to be back in my Arctic observatory. I've been away for a week. It's exciting. It's excitement. I'm happy to have Jimmy DeMarco and Chesty Flexor here on the Mayhem Show. I do believe, Jimmy, you are now an official co-host of the Mayhem Show.
Yes.
If you weren't already, so congratulations.
I was going to say
much higher accomplishment than the heavyweight championship there.
I know it'll never go away.
Yes, all you get for being a host is to be able to hold the Pirate Ship Championship.
I love
That's right. It's like crabs, man. It's with you for life.
I already have those. So that's all right.
Wrestling Mayhem Show. It's like crabs.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you stumbled on this mess, it's the Wrestling Mayhem Show. If you want to find out more about us, head over to WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Please follow us on Twitter. There's a lot of action over there and updates like when we move the show like this week. Go check out, you can drop us an email because I'm sure there'll be plenty of complaints after this episode at goodtimes at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can also phone us over at 412-206-WMS0.
Zug zug.
And don't forget about, there's a very special message going to be waiting for you after this show over on the iPhone app. Oh, there it is. So go check it out, $1.99 over on the App Store. I understand there's a beta out of the Android version. I do not know if we are available in that yet. I have to look into that. But it's coming along, as well as the iPad version. But it is now available for your iPhones.
I'm a beta fish.
So
I do. He's
I want
bad.
an iPad.
I have to keep him in his own fucking tank, man, because he'll kill the other fish.
What the fuck?
You gotta unleash him onto the world.
I think about it sometimes. Yeah, see, dude, Riz IUP said, like, the fish. I do, yeah. I know what he's talking about.
Sorry, we got we have the chat room open for our guests tonight. So if you're live in the chat, they will see what's going on. So feel free if you guys want to ask questions unfiltered. They see them, they'll answer them. So we'll do experiment tonight. So now, first of all, guys, I gotta let you know you're following up the episode with Jerry Sags of the Nasty Boys.
Really?
Yep.
How'd that go? I mean, I know because I obviously listen to this all the time. But how'd it go?
Did he get naked?
I don't know. He was on the phone. He could have been naked the whole time.
Nice.
Oh man, he wasn't here.
No.
We're here.
He's from all the way across the state in Allentown, of course.
Allentown
No
is like
excuse.
5 minutes from here.
Not that Allentown.
not that one.
That's a beautiful neighborhood, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, Billy Joel read a song about it.
Really?
It's terrible. No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the neighborhood Allentown, from where me and Sorg live.
That's what I'm talking.
Oh, Billy
that's
Joel
what I'm
wrote a
talking
song about
about.
the neighborhood Allentown?
Were you, Jimmy? Were you and Sorg are gonna have your honeymoon?
Oh, jeez, we're gonna go to a lot better
Allentown,
place. We're gonna go to a private beach like the one Flexor frolicked on.
You go. It's nice. I met some nice women down there.
Oh, I saw. When are those other videos gonna see the light of day?
They'll be making their way onto the internet pretty
Yeah,
soon.
the one you guys debuted is mild compared to some of the other footage this guy has.
If you guys want to know what the hell we're talking about, go over to youtube.com/chessflexor, and you can see him on the beach.
They need to put that up on the IWC website.
They really should.
They should, man.
Call up Jesse the Mark.
Call him up.
That's tickets, my friends.
I have naked pictures of Jesse the Mark on my cell phone, along with
Why would you do that?
along with Joe Dombrowski. There's tons
Oh,
of guys.
Jesus Christ!
Who don't you have naked pictures of is what I want to know.
That's a good question. I'd have to go through and look. I have an extensive collection. Sorg's holding up his hand. I don't have naked pictures of Sorg. I just have pictures of Sorg with his penis inside someone's butt.
Whose butt is it?
I don't know. You can't see his penis, so does that count as naked? I mean, you could kind of see a little bit of the shaft going in the hole.
Can you see the other person's
Sorg?
penis?
Jimmy, that's not. I mean, we all have those. He sent those out like a Christmas card.
Hot Wheels ain't safe. He thinks he's safe.
2008 was a good year. We'll just say that.
I got I got a picture of Hot Wheels butt naked washing his wheelchair.
Did he have like the hose spraying himself?
Yeah, dude, it's so provocative. He's got his legs like this, and he's got the hose like all down on his dick and shit. While next to him is like the wheel of his wheelchair, and he's got like soap on it. He's like, yeah, here's the face he's making. Look, like, oh, he's coming as he's fucking washing the
He's
wheelchair.
like, yeehaw.
He's like, yeah! Round them up, Hot Wheels. I'm coming. You guys go to eatfuck.com? There's this compilation of this dude who, when he comes, he's like,
The best website is bestgore.com.
really?
Go to bestgore.com.
Oh God,
what
we
is
miss
great
you,
stuff.
Jimmy D.
I go to inhumanity.com and efuck.com. And there's this one of this guy, he looks like, Dumb and Dumber? Not Jim Carrey's character, the other dude. Me and Facade watched it one night and couldn't stop laughing. His dude looks like the guy from Dumb and Dumber, and he's legit. He's like, I let the mini horse penetrate me anally, and I come home sometimes, and I've got bite marks all over my shoulders, and my wife's like, you've been fooling around with the mini stallion.
Oh jeez.
That's why I'm wearing this shirt tonight, so you can't see the bite marks all over my shoulders from the mini stallion penetrating me. Yeehaw.
That lowrider, he showed me a couple good Gabe Brazzers websites.
Yeah, man,
He knows all
Lowrider.
those.
Lowrider is big time into the disgusting, messed up porn.
He is.
Wow.
We went off topic.
A little bit. Let's get back on the reason we have you guys on, because there's a big show coming up this Saturday.
Winner takes
Here
all.
locally.
Winner takes all. Winner takes all. Winner takes all. Chuck Roberts sucks.
He doesn't answer my phone calls or return my text
Me
messages.
neither, man. Chuck Roberts never returns anyone's phone
He
calls
acts like he's
anymore.
busy planning a wedding or something.
Yeah, like
What
he's
the fuck?
getting married or something. Fuck marriage. unless you're getting married to muscles.
That's right.
And sex. And pussy. Well, I mean, most people do get married to pussy, but whatever.
Oh, God.
So, anyways, big show this weekend down here, Court Time Sports Center in Elizabeth, PA.
You can't miss it.
Outside of Pittsburgh. It's nothing else in Elizabeth, I'm telling you. I've been there in high school a few times this year. There's nothing there. Dude.
But come anyways.
Chuck Roberts beat up the football coach for Elizabeth just to help promote Winner Takes All.
Is that the Undertaker's old tie?
Yeah, McChesney's dressed up as the Undertaker on the flyer for the show.
Hold that up there.
Oh, is it there?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's under McChesney. He looks zombified.
Fabutaker.
Fabutaker. Oh wait, no, he's not. He's not fabulous anymore. He's big league.
I got another picture. Hold on. Let's hold up this one. Can you see that?
Not really. Something yellow.
It looks like I drew it.
Is it a house?
It's
Is that crayon?
It's something
That's
with an
art.
L.
That crayon.
What is it? Is
That's
this the
art.
beach house?
We're gonna autograph this and hang this up in the Wrestling Mayhem Show studio.
Fantastic. We can hang it up like the banner behind you.
Yep.
Don't! It's gonna fall on us, dude. We might be stuck.
We're gonna wear it like a tarp.
Chuck won't send a search party.
Play games underneath it. Here's the main event. He's gonna send a search party.
Yeah.
Not for me.
No, don't. Yeah, you should. That's bullshit.
He's gonna cage you like an animal
Bullshit.
during the last show.
You were
Bastard.
caged like an animal.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, let's get into some questions here. We have a whole bunch of them, and like I said, you guys in the chat room, go ahead and drop anything out there. Let's see what we got here. Hey guys, we're gonna hold off the fan mail until second half here. Any non-question stuff. So those will be coming up.
They'll be coming.
I'm coming.
Here you go. Here's one from a Doug. Doug emailed just 3 hours before the show, actually. And we'll start with Flexor for
Me?
questions. Yes.
Me? Let's go.
First question. I have not screened any of these. I want to make that clear.
I hope not.
How did it feel to have your chest chopped with all that sunburn? Now, I'm not sure what he's referring to here.
Back at in Clearfield, whenever I was Eric and I against Justin and Cato, I had real bad sunburn from whenever I was wrestling out at the Warp Tour and at the Mayhem Fest.
You have to go back and tell them what happened to you at that, with the...
Oh my god. And during that tag team match, Cato spotted that I had sunburn real bad, and he gave me a few wonderful chops. And that, to answer the question, hurt pretty bad.
That was one of the grossest things I've ever seen. I watched that from over where I was selling t-shirts, and I started laughing, I'm sorry. But it was brutal looking, because it was some of the, I don't think you understand, it wasn't just pink or red, it was some of the most
It was burnt. I have scars from
up
that on my
sunburn
body.
I've ever seen.
I have scars from that and girls digging their nails into my back.
The life of a professional wrestler.
Another one. I think
Talk about Allentown.
This also pertains to Clearfield and Chest Flexor. How did it feel to be locked inside that little cage? You looked like a bitch.
Oh, you don't know who you're fucking with.
I didn't like it at all. And then I was getting sprayed in the face with a bottle of water by that security guard.
What? The one show I miss.
Corey Futuristic.
Yeah.
Corey Futuristic.
Prince Frown.
I was outside smoking a cigarette with Marshall Gambino while that was going on, and all of a sudden I hear the crowd go nuts, and I look through the door, and I see this dude. Flexor, he's deceivingly tall. Like, I'm short. I'm only like 5'6" or 5'7", but I have lifts on my boots, which make me almost 5'8".
Nice.
So I look through the fucking window, and I see this guy stuffed in a little-ass cage on a table in his billion, I'm sorry. I learned my lesson in Franklin. $1 billion man cage going, how did you fit inside it? You had to be uncomfortable.
Listen, I'm well known for fitting things into tight little spots. I worked my way in there. Not that
Like
I
the back of a
wanted
Volkswagen?
What he means is he's a contortionist.
Flexor's motto is if he spits on it, he'll fit it anywhere.
to. I only spit on it if I'm feeling nice.
I totally missed, but I still hit some
all right.
skin. It's the juice, man.
Juice.
The juice is loose.
I didn't like it. I felt humiliated. It was a bad experience. If it ever happens again, anybody that gets within a 10-foot radius of myself will feel the fury of my fists flying towards their frightening faces. Hopefully they are fast enough to run away.
The only reason he didn't kick out, like, the security guard had a gun. Otherwise, Flexor would have went like that and booted it open.
Chuck told me I was going to be fired if I tried
true
getting
too,
out.
yeah.
Chuck Roberts, I'm not really feeling him too much lately.
Me neither,
Although I do
man.
start naked pictures of myself, so.
You do. To let him know what he's missing out on.
Exactly.
One last one for Flexor from Doug. What is your finisher? Because the IWC site doesn't say guys' finishers.
The finisher, it doesn't really have a name. I could do it right now if I could get a... Where's that dog at? It's a standing...
Bijou run.
I don't have a rust. Hold on a second. Why don't you try on this guy? Does this work?
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
is it the owl?
There you go.
Why is this thing sticky? First
Why is half of its arm deflated?
I bend him over like this in front of me.
Oh, watch the
Whoa.
Watch the
Microphone. Then I take this leg here,
Okay.
and I lace it around their leg. And then I reach over, and I grab their other leg, hooking both my arms around it. And then I thrust myself backwards, knocking them off balance, upside down, and driving them down to the ground, inadvertently or premeditatedly, pinning them with my locked position. 1, 2. You kicked out? You motherfucker!
I just stole Randy Orton's.
I thought you still Diamond Dallas Page.
Or
I actually did steal Diamond Dallas Pages, so whatever. But I like yours. You should call it the Mother Flexor. Or the Flexorcist.
The Flexorcist. The Flexecution.
Yeah. There's so many words that will work with Flexor. You should call your fans the Flex Whores.
The Chesticles.
Yeah, Chesticles works too.
That works. Now a couple for Jimmy. Did it hurt when Facade kicked the chair in your face when he jumped off the top rope?
Which time? It's happened to me so many times. I'm
I
assuming
think he's
he
referring
means
to
Clearfield because of the
Clearfield.
Clearfield questions for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That actually hurt really bad. That was one of the more like that. Yeah, because he did his little top rope gypsy walk and he fucking kicked the chair back in my face and I saw
Top rope
stars.
gypsy walk?
He did the top rope gypsy walk on him in the rain and then
Yeah.
broke his nose.
Well, you did. You stuck the unprotected leg of that chair right in his forehead.
I did, so I can't really complain. I felt bad. His head got busted open, but yeah, to answer your question, it fucking hurt.
He also asked, if I bring a stun gun on Saturday, will you use it on McChesney? Is this a fan brings weapons match again? I missed that.
It is now. If you bring it, I mean,
I guess it's not officially, but if you see somebody with a stun gun at ringside,
don't turn
you'll
it
take-
in at the door. Just toss to me. I mean, if Coulter was still a ref, I'd zap him, but possibly.
just sneak in your type. He won't notice anything.
Exactly.
Hey, you almost got away with that knife back at
The
back at
tournament, yeah.
the tournament. I think it was huge. What's
That's
your
what she
favorite
said.
beer, Jimmy?
Apparently
he doesn't give a shit what Flexor's favorite beer is.
I know. I like how you got like all like actual wrestling questions, and I get, "What's my favorite beer? Will you use a fucking weapon if I sneak it in?"
Does it hurt when you get hit in the head with a chair?
Yeah. Those are the types of questions I always get. I don't really have a favorite type of beer. I drink more for the effect, not for the taste. Right now, I'm drinking an alcoholic energy drink called Juice. They banned Four Loko. This is Four Loko under a different name. But what I did last Friday was I went out and bought 100 and I shouldn't say it. Yeah, I like any kind of alcohol. I'm what some people would call an alcoholic.
You.
No, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a Flexor.
That is why you are world heavyweight champion, Jimmy D.
I try, come on. I can't dress like Undertaker and have a nappy beard. Mine's a little more full. It feels cool,
It's
doesn't
all
it?
that testosterone.
It is. It's all that
Tug on it and it stays
testosterone,
there.
HGH.
HGH.
Horny, girthy hormones.
Now there is a group of questions for both of you, so hopefully it gets better. Now I don't know about some of these things they're asking about, so decline or proceed as you want.
We know it all.
Sure. What do you think of the backyard group Aeon? AON? I haven't heard of this.
Never heard of them. Have you? I mean, I've heard of the name. I know I have a 20-foot inflatable pole stuck in my backyard, so if any backyard group wants to take on that opponent, good fucking luck, because...
Female backyard pudding wrestlers?
Oh, dude, we should become promoters. You know what? That's what no one's done. I mean, to take on the backyard phenomenon, because it is a phenomenon, and it can't be stopped.
There was the DVD series for a while there.
Why don't trained wrestlers become backyard promoters? We can make... And we could. I have a ring. The ring will be my dirty inflatable pole that won't go away. And it's big. It's bigger than certain show rings. We'll fill it up with disgusting substances, and get fat girls, immigrants, illegal aliens, those types to wrestle in it. Flexor.
You're gonna be the $1 billion man as well.
Oh no, I wouldn't take that from you. I'd be the $500,000 man. I'd be a step below. This is fucked up.
It's all right. Business.
All right, new question.
Creative minds.
Do you get angry when people talk about you on the indie message board? Do you read the indie message board?
Do you get angry? I mean, it's probably me posting about you.
You would never.
No, I mean, do you? I don't care. I'm not gonna lie. I used to care. Like, I used to get so fucking mad. Like, but around like the end of 2008, maybe the beginning of 2009, I was like, you know what, dude? There's nothing worse than if you're gonna talk shit, like, if you can't even leave a name, if you're gonna do it over a computer, there's nothing worse than that. Like, that's like, if you're face-to-face with someone, you're like, say something to me. And they're like, oh, I don't have anything to say. And then they run across 4 lanes of traffic and pull out their cell phone and turn their back and go, suck my dick, and then run. That's what it's like. I mean, it's punk, pussy, coward, faggot, like, and that's even bad. I'm sorry, I don't mean to mean derogatory towards people who like to suck dick. I mean faggot in the sense of, like, South Park said, the Harley dudes who rev their engine. That type of stuff. Like, if you wanna, I mean, if you hate me that bad that you're in a room in front of a keyboard writing about me and you can't leave a name, then you're probably dreaming about me having sex with you or something, so. No, it doesn't make me mad. It makes me furious. Not just.
I guess I should have started anonymously typing about you a while ago then.
I know, dude. I always write about Flexor. I'm like, I hate his muscles, I hate his haircut, I hate his big fucking pierced dick.
well, the next question.
Double pierced.
Into that, what's your favorite type of condoms?
Oh, man. How are you gonna ask us that? That's like asking a vampire what his favorite type of crucifix is. Like, we fucking use condoms. Get the fuck out of here. No, I haven't used condoms in like a year and a half.
I just say I'm allergic to latex, honey. Sorry.
I just say, okay, here it's on, and I make like I go like this with the band of my boxers, and then I go whoop and just put it right in, and I'm like, this is the best condom ever. Can't even feel it.
It's that $30 invisible condom.
It's just the sex is so great, I can't even feel it.
Oh my god.
WrestleMania, you want the next one?
Sure, I'll take the next one. Do you think black girls are hot?
I'm down with the brown, man. I think there's a lot of black girls. I don't discriminate, do you?
Doesn't matter to me. I mean, as long as they don't wake up, I'll do whatever.
I agree with that. I mean, hell yeah.
If they do wake up, that's what you have the fucking baseball bat for.
If they do wake up, I'm like, good morning.
At least he's a gentleman about it.
Or you give him a fucking yeehaw. I almost did it and I decided not to. Yeehaw!
That's right.
And then you do the Yosemite Sam, pow, 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 except it's the loads coming out of your thick ass 8. It's all bigger in Texas.
Sure is.
Sorg, this may be the best interview we've ever done.
Yeah, sorry, Jerry Sags. Next one. Did you guys play sports in high school? He wants to know.
You call fucking girls a sport now.
I do.
Did you?
I call fucking girls a sport.
I do.
First you have to chase them down. Yeah. Then you have to like tie them up.
Yeah. I mean, it's more, sometimes it's more mental than physical because when slipping the roof and all, you always,
What? Jimmy, what did you put in my water?
Only the best. I wrestled in high school. I don't really think, I hate when people are like, oh, do you have an athletic background? It's pro wrestling, man. Come on. The crazier you are, the more jacked up you are, the more fucking nuts you are. That's the only background you need.
I didn't go to high school. I was too busy being locked up in mental institutions. I mean,
that gets a high five.
It's pro wrestling, man. That's the background. That's the credentials I look for. Like, if me and Flexor ever have a training class, I'm going to get down in the kids' faces and be like, how many times did you have sex in school? How many drugs have you done before? How many? No, that's fucked up. I'm not even going to joke about that. I wouldn't say that. Would you?
Not at the wrestling school.
No. I'd spit on a golf club, but I wouldn't.
Whoa.
What?
What?
What is going on?
Where's the questions at? You're letting us rant and rave about...
That's fine. What's that last one, WrestleFan?
Shoot, I turned the page. You gotta pull it up. Do you ever want to beat up fans?
Yeah.
I think we've had stories about that before.
Hold on. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm pointing at someone who's almost done it like 50 times.
Listen.
I'm short and a lot of guys go after me because of it, but I've never seen someone come as close as many times as this guy has.
Now, Flexor, you can be described as a scrappy guy. How is it that you keep getting in with the fans?
If people only, I'm sorry, I don't mean that. This is the last thing I'm going to say.
Say it all.
If people only knew this guy, I mean, you look at this flyer and you see like Bull and he's jacked up. Denny, he was at war. You're not on it because they're assholes whoever put this flyer together.
It's because I don't have a match, Jimmy.
Yeah, which is bullshit. Because if he took his shirt off right now, legit, he's got a better fucking body than some of the people on this flyer, myself included. He's the last person I would want to fuck with because he is a tough dude. He's very much a badass and he has the most luxurious fucking hair I have ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Now I'm done. Sorg, can I crawl over to your refrigerator and bathroom?
What?
I need to go to the bathroom too. Can we go to the bathroom together?
Can we go to the bathroom?
How much more time do we have till we take a break? We don't take breaks anymore?
No,
Fuck!
not really.
We don't need a break.
Fuck.
We don't need a break. Let's
I need
just
a bottle.
do it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Damn it, this has water in it.
Flexor beat up a fan. One time in AIW, I was in a battle royal.
Gauntlet for the gold.
Yeah. And I was in the ring, and I'm like, I don't know if I can make it. Where am I going to get my second win? And all of a sudden, I hear Robert Palmer hit, and I look over, and Flexor was beating up a wigger around ringside. And no, he was, too, because the kid thought he was going to be hard, and he's like, yo, what do you want, man? And he shoved Flexor, and it was, do it? You can do it better.
Whenever he shoved me?
It was this. And then Flexor do the shove back. Air homeboy. He had his teeth had like John Cena's grill melted into them with the amount of braces he had in his mouth.
Let a fan touch me.
Yeah.
Norm Connors once told me if a fan ever touches you, grab your one hand under his chin and you bust his fucking nose.
Dude, yeah, Norm did say wild shit like that, man.
And that is why Norm Connors is no longer the promoter of IWC.
Come over the guardrail. Get in my face. I dare any of you.
He almost beat
any of you. I don't give a fuck who you are. Man, woman, that seeing eye dog. I'll kick your fucking snout in.
Dude, the best is the cougar you almost beat up back in.
Yeah, the Firestorm.
He didn't. You're so polite about it. You're sitting on the rope and you're like,
I was like, get in the ring. Get in the fucking ring, you dumb bitch. And she wouldn't do it.
That's the way you gotta do. Like, everybody, I hate when people, like, get up in people's face, like, come on, motherfucker. Like, obviously the person's gonna be like, this guy's a shithead. I ain't gonna do that. You gotta make them think you're a pussy. You gotta be like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Shit like that, because in their mind they're gonna think, oh, this faggot, he ain't gonna do nothing. And then when they get in, that's when you're just like, and you just whoop their motherfucking ass. Marshall Gambino, Chest Flexor, against 20 fans, I'd put my money, I'd put my life savings on Marshall Gambino and Chest Flexor. I'd put my life savings on them not only to beat them up, but to kill at least 75% of them, legitimately.
Especially if half of them are mentally challenged on women. Then
yeah, oh my god. Then at least half of them are going to be pregnant.
Someone's getting pregnant.
Wow.
All right, we got a new line of questions here.
Uh-oh.
I got well from Faded Reflection X is the name on this.
What?
Oh,
Is it a
wow.
girl? It sounds sexual.
I don't think so.
Ah, shit.
Well,
I'm
maybe.
still getting turned on. It's all right.
These are for Jimmy. I think these before Flexor was announced for the show.
Does that mean I could go pee?
If you want to,
Yes.
Just watch the chords and stuff. There you go.
If you're gonna do it, take the microphone with you.
No, it's not the wireless.
Oh, okay.
I got the wireless
I
tonight.
was gonna say do it like Doc Remedy.
Dr. Remedy. He did do that one time. Didn't
I'm
he?
looking at the camera and it looked like I just checked his ass out when he walked away. I seriously did not do it. Like it looked like I was like looking at his ass. I really wasn't.
Sure, Jimmy.
All right, questions
Busted.
for Jimmy here. When people hear the name Jimmy Demarco, what do you want their reaction to be, sir?
It depends on if they're a man or a woman.
You can split it.
Come on. I know I can split it.
That's
don't know,
what
I
she
want-
said.
I hope they're not I hope they don't go to the bathroom like if they're at a show. I mean, if you hear my name, I hope you get a tingling sensation in your throat, in your vagina. 'Cause sometimes you come so hard, you get that tingling sensation in your throat, and that's what makes the like the fucking scream. Yeah. Next question, please.
Okay, what about the women?
Oh, that was good.
Oh, burn.
I'm an equal opportunity orgasm giver.
That's wow. What's your favorite nickname? Popa Grope, Prime Minister, Prime Minister of Perversion, Juicy James, etc., etc.
I have so many, I'm actually going to have them all announced on my way to the ring. The first time ever on Saturday night. No, I have them written down. Dombrowski forced me to do it the other night. So I have them all written down. Pedro's going to announce them all when I'm on my way to the ring. My favorite nickname is probably, I don't know. Fuck, Flexor, do you know? Probably Yingling. I don't know what my favorite nickname is. There's so many of them. I like,
That's an answer to a different question.
Deeeeelicious.
Deeeeelicious.
Yeah, I like Pope of Grope. I like Prime Minister of Perversion, Duke of Debauchery, Foreman of Fornication, Lakeshore Strangler. I like them all. That last one was Charles Lee Ray, not me. Chucky.
Top 3 favorite matches or shows you've been involved with and why?
I don't know. Matches probably me and Shima would be number 1 just because.
Which time?
The time when Norm's, because it was Norm's last show.
Oh,
And it was, culmination of a lot of things. Fuck. Me and Facade, the barroom brawl from AIW would probably be number 2 just because I had, my stepmom passed away. Yeah, I did. Later on that night. My stepmom passed away and I had to come right from her funeral to that show and I had a lot of, we really, they put a lot of faith in us to put us in the main event of that show, and it meant a lot to both of us, so we really wanted to deliver, and I thought we did. I mean, we beat each other up for a solid 20 minutes there, and it culminated with a bottle to the back of the head. And a lot of people, I remember people were saying the bottle was fake. That bottle was fucking legit. Like, that summer, I got the idea because that summer, I had a bottle broken over my head 2 times in the span of 2 fucking weeks. I was on my way to meet Shima and Chuck, and there was this asshole who used to live a couple doors up from me, and he hit a fucking bottle on my head when I wasn't looking. Needless to say, I was like, I was stunned. I was like, what the fuck? But I really didn't bleed that bad. I was like, man, maybe I'm like Bruce Willis in Unbreakable. 2 weeks later, I was in the strip district, and I was waiting to meet up with this girl, and I was at this bar. The strip district is a very nasty fucking area now. And this was in 2008. Mm-hmm. This is when the Penguins were playing the Red Wings, the time they beat us in the finals. Are you a hockey fan? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you hate the fucking Red Wings, too. This asshole Red Wings fan from Detroit, he's at the bar, and there was me, there was this dude, and then there was him. And I was saving a seat for the person I was waiting for. And this fucking guy, he's wearing his Red Wings jersey, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck a Pens fan, win their jersey while I'm wearing my jersey. I'm gonna fuck a Pens fan tonight, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna come all down Crosby's number. And I'm like, everyone in the bar is like, shut the fuck up. But no one wanted to say anything. So the guy next to me, I'm like, please don't move, please don't move. He moved. The guy jumps next to him, and he's like up in my face, like inches away, like, I'm gonna fuck a Pens fan tonight. What do you think about that? I was like, there's a group of guys over there, you should buy him around and get things going. He didn't like that. Because obviously he meant a female Pens fan. So he started screaming louder. And I was very proud of this move. I felt like Bruce Lee. We were sitting on bar stools, and I went like this, and I kicked the stool out, and he fell on his ass. And the bouncer was coming over to grab his ass, because it got a pop from the fucking people in the bar, too, because they laughed at him. He didn't find it funny. Just as the bouncer was grabbing him, the fucker broke a bottle on my head. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me. 2 fucking times in less than 2 weeks. So I said, you know what? I'm getting all these bottles broken over my head in my personal life. Next time I'm in a match somehow, I'm going to break a fucking bottle on my head. And it was a ballroom brawl AIW. I said, Facade, break a bottle on my head. Because I was in a depressed mood. My stepmom just died.
You told him to break a bottle over your head?
I said, dude, if I get out there, I'm going to break one on your head, so you better break one on mine. He was like, I don't know. I don't think you'll really do it. So I took Corona bottle, and I broke it. I said, come here, motherfucker. And I went like that. You know what? I shouldn't have told him to break a bottle on my head, because he did it. And unlike the first 2 times, that time I had a blood mullet. It really fucking bled bad. And he beat me. I was my own downfall because I said break a bottle on my head, because I'm going to break one.
Third time's that charm, man.
It is the fucking charm. So yeah, that was my number 2 favorite. My number 3 favorite, I don't know. Probably me and Necro Butcher.
Saturday, whenever you're going to beat John McChesney.
I don't know where that'll rank. That'll rank in the personal closet. Flexor, what are your 3 favorite matches?
My 3 favorite matches? Probably my very first win, which was myself and Jefferson Saint against Jessica Havoc and Haley Hatred, because I got to beat 2 women. Got the pinfall.
That's always fun.
My second favorite match. Let's see.
Do you like you and Loki?
I do.
That was a good match, man. Flexor and Loki tore it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be one of them. And my third favorite.
That one match at was it Absolution 4 when Fat Nick threw you around
in the chairs? That bastard. No, that's not my favorite. I didn't like that at all.
He got in an airplane spin in the middle of all these chairs, and
probably
they're all fucking flying.
Yeah, that's real funny. No, it was. I liked it. It smelled like shit, all those nasty AIW fans' asses on those chairs. But my third favorite match was probably whenever I got to wrestle his one and only professional match, and I beat him in Black Diamond, Doc Remedy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That match is online. You can look it up on YouTube.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I've seen it.
I heard rumors that Doc Remedy is dead.
He probably died after that match.
Yeah.
Even though he's in the chat room.
Moderator? Sorg, what are your others?
There's a ghost.
We have... If Saturday is your last show, of course, it's a career versus career, or... Wait, it is career versus career, not career versus belt or anything like that, right?
Career.
Okay. But for the belt.
I thought it was hair versus hair.
Career versus career.
Yeah. If Saturday is your last show, and I really, really hope it isn't in that case, what would you say your biggest accomplishment has been, sir?
I don't think I've accomplished anything. No. I don't know. That's like a weird question. I'm not reflecting like that because I don't plan on fucking losing. That would be like, if I was a quitter and a loser, I would have an answer for that, but I don't. So I don't think I've accomplished what I'm going to accomplish yet. I don't think I've had a top career highlight yet, because I'm not done. But if I had to like say one thing, you can't name just one. I'd probably, like, there's a couple. Like me and Shima from the IWC, Norm's last show. Me and Drake Younger from AIW, I like that a lot.
What about the Balds versus the Gambinos?
That hurt too bad.
Gambinos.
Yeah. I don't know.
It hurt too bad to be good.
Me and Facade's feud from AIW was definitely a career highlight. Me and Marion Fontaine's Kiss My Ass match from PWO, even though I had to have my head shoved up a fat dude's ass.
I was there for that.
Were you really?
Yeah.
It sucked. But I mean, it sucked to have my head shoved up his ass. When Joe Dombrowski got me kicked off TV because I tried to fuck Greg Iron's brother. There's lots of career highlights I have. My career's checkered with career highlights.
Riding in the car with some crazy guy driving.
Oh my god, yeah. Shit like that is like stuff that, people who get into wrestling, like, if you get in wrestling to like make money or like become famous, you're fucking stupid. Cause the chances of it happening are slim to none. If you genuinely love wrestling, you're gonna get a lot out of it. Because you'll get to meet people like this fucking guy here, crazy people like Facade, Chandler fucking Biggins, people like that. Like, and that's what it's really all about, meeting people like that, because you would never meet characters like that in everyday life. You seriously never would. And if you take yourself so seriously that you think, oh, I'm a fucking superstar. No, you're not, dude. You suck dick. If you're calling yourself a superstar, chances are you're a fucking loser. If you need to be grounded and you need to be realistic. You can be optimistic, but you gotta be, yeah, exactly. Humble goes a long way. So, I mean, that would be, just having fun would probably be a highlight for me. There's very few times that I haven't had fun. And when I'm not having fun, it's clear to tell because I'm a fucking douchebag when I'm not having fun. I'm a faggot. Not all the time when I'm not having fun.
You're only a faggot when you get drunk. Too drunk.
Hey. Aren't we all?
And I can't complain.
Oh boy.
All right. How are you surviving without NCon? Do you feel like there's a void in your life?
What? Oh my god, it's huge. It's huge. A void? A void?
Avoid the void.
Avoid the void? Next question.
Are you still a member of Muscle City? If so, how does one join?
I'm the mayor of Muscle City. How the fuck? You don't even... A member. Are you a member of Pittsburgh? Are you a member of whatever city you're from? You're a citizen. You're a citizen of Muscle City. You sit there and you shut the fuck up. Flexor's vice president. I'm just the mayor. Who's president? Michael Sorg. State treasurer is his brother, the ninja. The silent ninja, right? Was that your brother?
Yeah.
He's the fucking treasurer.
Why are you so delicious, and what does it taste like?
I was born with a full set of teeth and a massive erection. When the doctor spotted it, he almost didn't cut my umbilical cord. He dropped me, I landed on my feet, I bit the umbilical cord, I ran out of the hospital, and they caught me having sex with one of the nurses. I tipped over all the beds in the incubator room or wherever where they keep the other little faggot-ass babies. I slapped a couple of them. I took all my pussy juice and blood that was on me, and I smeared it all over their faces, and on the wall I wrote IWC. That was 1982. No one knew what IWC was. How? I'll tell you how. Because I'm fucking delicious. Sit there. Shut the fuck up. Everyone else? Who knows? Jax Flexor? Perhaps. You weren't born then. I'm older than you. I don't even know how old I am. Maybe that was 1982. Maybe that was 72.
76.
Yeah. Check the spots on my abnormally large trapezius muscles. I do have a lot of them. From overly tanning. Not tan now. Next question.
Is it some more from... Oh, go ahead.
No.
Well, I found there's questions sent in from Spiker.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
IWC attendee. First question, what's your favorite Steven Seagal movie?
Out for Justice, because it's so over the top and crazy. Like, all he does is... I've never seen a movie where at the end of the movie, the hero just puts the mother of all ass whoopings on the villain. Like, you're supposed to, when you watch a movie, like, think, oh my god, the hero might lose. He beats that guy's ass so bad. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen that movie, Out for Justice. Have any of you?
Yeah.
Nah.
Flexor, I think I watched it with you before. Yeah, he's watched it at my house. He beats this guy's ass so bad. I mean, he beats his ass around the kitchen. He's hitting him with a fucking thing you roll dough with. He kills him with a champagne cork to the head. But yeah, that's my favorite Steven Seagal movie.
Number 2. If a train leaves Pittsburgh at 80 miles per hour and a space shuttle takes off from Cape Canaveral going 17,880 miles per hour, how dangerous is Marshall Gambino?
Fuck. It depends on how mad you have him. Flexor, you've had a lot of dealings with Marshall.
Oh, man.
He is a very scary individual, especially if you know him, like, personally.
Especially if you mess with his family.
Oh, man. Especially if you talk bad to him in Newville when he really didn't do anything wrong and you have him rocking back and forth in the shower with a loaded gun in his car. Then he's a very, very, very dangerous person, and you're lucky to be alive today, and you don't even know it. Stay off the bridges. Don't fuck with him. You know, he's not a bad dude, but if you cross him, God have mercy on your soul. We miss you, Jeff Reed. Not really.
Number 3, Larry Sweeney, good or God?
He's a god, man. I was talking to Sweeney the other night. He's down in Louisiana tearing it up. He's the man. I miss Sweeney. I wish he could be there Saturday, but he's not.
Next one. Remember that time you told those kids that herpes spreads? That was awesome.
What the hell? It's not a question.
Oh, there's these
There's a
two.
question mark
I
in
do.
there.
Yes, I do remember. There's these two kids. Back in, did any of you guys go to core time shows in like the end of 2006, beginning of 07?
I think that's when I started.
There's these little fucking prick kids who used to come to all the shows and just be dicks the whole time.
I think I remember that.
They were like 10, 11 years old, and they would sit front row, and when they'd come out, they'd be like doing the DX shit and fucking stuff like that. And the thing I would always say to them was, "This is a terrible first date. Why are you guys here? Shouldn't you be seeing a movie or something? Because when the lights are down, you can easily give each other hand jobs. Herpes spreads." They got pissed, man. They didn't like that. And when Spiker heard me say that, see, that's what sucks is, like, I would say a lot of that shit because I was a villain back then, and I wanted people to hate me, but people hated those little prick kids so bad, they liked me for calling them out and calling them faggots, but you're faggot too if I'm a villain. You're all faggots. Not anybody here. Present company excluded.
Oh, jeez. What's more dangerous, your cat, John McChesney, or Sarah Palin?
Not McChesney.
Dude, your cat was biting the fuck out of me today.
Yeah. I got a new cat named Yowie. She's very young. She's only like 3 months, and she bites so fucking hard. I got scratches all over my hands. Do you see them? She attacked Flexor bad today. So probably my cat. Sarah Palin, she seems like one of those laid back, like, proper white ladies, though, that when you get her in bed, she'll just rip your fucking pants off and suck the nuts out of your dick, like. So maybe Palin, sexually.
She'll spend that whole half a year in the dark up in Alaska.
Oh, that's
your
true,
brains
man. Fuck that Palin. Because those chicks, like, up from Alaska.
Is it true that when Super Hentai hits you, you feel it for a week and see his shadow every night?
What?
Maybe if you have a homoerotic fixation on him.
Chuck Norris versus Chuck Roberts. Who wins?
Norris.
Norris wins every... No offense, I don't know you, Spiker, but stupid question. Norris always wins. I wear the Suck My Muscles shirt to the gym and all the guys stare in awe. How do I stop this?
You don't. You just don't. They're just gonna keep staring because they want it. They all want it. And it's not gonna stop. Sometimes when I go to the gym, I curl and I just scream as loud as I can. People look at me and they're like, "What an asshole." And I slam the weights down and I'm like, "What? Fuck you, what? Fuck you. I just start fucking throwing up. And they all back off and they're like, "Wow, that is testosterone personified." There was one time where I was fucking working out in the gym and there was all these guys around. I was like, "Ah, fuck!" And all of a sudden, white shit started shooting down my shorts because I had shorts on. I was bench pressing. And I just started fucking throwing up. And there was a line of these dudes just all ran around like zombies and they all eat one person's brains. They all ran up and started fucking sucking on my vomit and my cum and all this stuff. And they were like, "Oh, testosterone. Oh, muscle juice. Oh, we're gonna get so fucking big. Oh, Jimmy." Shit happens, dude. It's a weird world.
Why were you wearing shorts? Is what I want to know.
I was gym, man. I was wearing shorts. I had to let the fucking my calves blaze. Do you see that? That's Chuck Roberts wants these fucking things. Look at that the little I hide contraband up there sometimes and walk through the airport and they can't even see what the fuck is going on.
Shit.
Hold on a second. Sorg, I'm gonna play you a solo on my leg.
You need to shave, buddy.
Dude, I know. Oh, don't
You
worry.
shave your arms,
Saturday's
too.
coming.
I just did my arms today.
Well, I didn't think you were. Fuck, you outdid me, motherfucker.
Oh, jeez. And final question. If Hulkamaniacs are supposed to say their prayers and take their vitamins, or Demarco-holics supposed to lift some weights and watch lots of porn?
No. Don't worry about lifting weights and don't worry about watching porn. Film your own porn. Make your own porn. Every time you have a sexual encounter, hide a camera and film it. Have sex. Have as much sex as you can. Pull out, though. Don't get a girl pregnant, but don't use a condom. That's what makes you a sexual daredevil. You gotta walk that tightrope of lust. Without a net, you need to fuck, and never use a condom. That is the most reckless advice I've ever given in my entire life. But hey, it's true. Flexor, do you have any advice when it comes to sex?
Oh, yeah. I have lots.
Don't take no for an answer.
Whoa. Yeehaw.
That was like a stabbing yeehaw. That's the last yeehaw ever when someone gets killed, like a Texan. Can you confirm that?
Clip that.
Excellent.
Flexor, so I know we got more questions, baby.
Yes, we do. From Brian, he asks, how many light tubes were used in your AIW match with Drake Younger?
Flexor, do you have any idea?
Lots. I don't know.
That is a good answer. Here's
Watch
your
the
answer.
DVD and
Buy the fucking DVD. What's the IW website?
AIWrestling.com.
AIWrestling.com. Buy the fucking DVD, kid.
Which show is it?
Calm down.
Absolution
Calm
4.
down.
You buy that DVD. You put in disc 2, because their discs are 2 discs. You go to Jimmy DeMarco versus Drake Younger, and you put it in super slow motion. You don't need it in super slow motion the whole time to count, but count it. There's bundles of light tubes used throughout. I get hit with one, he gets hit with a couple. Count them. Count them. Do I remember? How the fuck do I remember? It hurt. That's how I'm not really upset, buddy.
I am.
If I had to guess, we knew it was going to be a fans bring the weapons match, and their fans are fucking animals. God bless them, but they're animals. They brought a lot of goddamn
It's that
light
Cleveland crowd, man.
Yeah. And, well, no, it's not so much the Cleveland crowd, it's the IW crowd. The Cleveland crowd's homos. Cause, I mean, can you attest to that?
Yes.
The Cleveland crowd's homos. The IW crowd's different. They get, like, fucking creeps and violent motherfuckers, man. But they brought, there was a skateboard that had the wheels taken off with light tubes on it. There was a fucking tiki torch with light tubes on it. There was a lot of bundles of light tubes. There was a huge piece of plywood that was wall-to-wall barbed wire, and that hurt worse than any fucking piece of barbed wire. I actually still have a scar because when Drake gave me like a driver off the apron through it, I went to move and I'm like, fuck. My arms were like stuck in it, like hooked in, and the ref was trying to fucking pull me out. But yeah, to answer your question, like Flexor said best, a lot. In the ballpark of 20 or 30.
Buy the DVD. Favorite tag team partner?
Chest Flexor. Even though we've never really tagged.
Oh, we've
we tag teamed, but not in the wrestling sense.
Wow.
We're gonna keep doing this. So you ask the next question.
Next question.
Pyramid.
Eiffel Tower. Rotisserie.
All right, last question for Brian here. You lost a large amount of blood at Cage Fury. Some of it's over on that camera lens over there still. I gotta clean that. How close were you to passing out, and what exactly split your head open? 1 minute you were fine, and the next minute the ring was covered in blood. I can attest to that. Because it was really, I looked over, you were sitting in the corner, just drenched in blood.
It was that cage. That cage was one of the most unsafest things I've ever seen in my life. Flexor, you've seen it. There was so many jagged edges. Like, do you have anything to say about that cage? It was a fucked up device.
I delivered it back and forth from Cleveland to Pittsburgh. And
No.
Pittsburgh back, I did.
Flexor, you gotta watch the Idol Schwab cage match, because Flexor climbs this cage so fast and furious you'd think his name was Vin Diesel. He runs up this fucking cage in a full tuxedo, and
I want to see it. You have?
I do have it. We'll watch it back at my house after this show. There was a jagged edge of the cage. I actually still have a scar. You want me to get up close on it and show you?
Get up close. Real close.
I knew it was bad, but the thing is, I wasn't close to passing out because WrestleFan will enjoy this reference. It wasn't my first rodeo. Yeah! I bled before, like, dude, when I was in, like, fucking 4th grade, I busted my head open, and like, blood everywhere. I almost cried, but I didn't cry. The 4th grade chicks like that. One time I was playing beer pong in this fucking basement, and from the rafters there was nails. It was Flip Cup. Boys versus girls. So I was firing my team up, because when I get drunk, I get too fired up. And I was like, you know what? This is bigger than, the only step higher than man versus woman when it comes, and it's drinking. Men have to prove that they can drink more than girls. Unless you're trying to get a girl drunk to have sex with her, then you gotta let her drink more. Word of advice. But, I was trying to prove to these guys, we gotta beat these girls. We gotta beat these girls. It came down to me and this girl. And she was a fucking big chick. I fucking flipped the cup. First try. Bam, it landed. I jumped up and I would scream yeehaw, but I did too much. A fucking nail went whoop right down the side of my head. And it fucking was gushing. The same girl that I was hell-bent on beating was a medic for the army, cleaned me up and fixed me. Nice. If it wasn't for her, maybe I would have passed out. That's bullshit. Because I would have ripped my shirt apart, tied it off, put a hat on like this, and kept drinking. But, I mean, and then there was a time too, like, AIW with Facade. I was gushing blood. You gotta remain fucking calm. You need to realize that it's just blood. You need to get fired up by it. Like, remember when we played that old fucking, WCW game? Or Raw, whatever it was? What's your, created wrestler's reaction to blood? Panic, fear, aggression? Your human created wrestler needs to be aggression. You need to get pumped up. You need to realize it looks cool on camera. That's what everything in wrestling is about. How fucking cool it looks on camera. And that's what you need to realize. Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, I knew I was fucked up. But god damn it, it was gonna look good on camera.
How many, this is another question from Kenny, also submits questions. How many stitches did it take to close up that hole in your head from that
69.
Match? 60.
No. I don't have insurance. I'll be honest with you. I went backstage. I showered. I took super glue. I pinched it together. I super glued it and put some band-aids on it.
So the Sabu style.
That's it. If anybody goes and gets stitches, unless it's a mass, like there's 2 times I should have got stitches and I regret not doing it because I have big scars from it. You're stupid if you, fucking insurance, dude. They're gonna make you pay out your fucking ass. Like it ain't worth it. Flexor, this guy here has been hurt. He's a tough motherfucker, man. Tell him about your hand after Clearfield. Was that Clearfield?
Yeah, my hand was all swollen. It's still...
Oh my god, the ride home, it was so bad.
My hip still hurts from whenever I jumped off the top rope at Cal U and fell straight to the floor.
Yeah, you would be surprised the injuries guys like me and him, and fucking Facade, that guy.
Nose was twisted.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Facade's
dude, yeah.
Always busted up.
But that's the way we came from. Like, we were trained to ignore pain. Seriously. I mean, that sounds like John Rambo shit, but it's the truth. John Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, not the wrestler. But like...
There's a wrestler named John Rambo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But dude, you gotta ignore it because when we trained, like Shirley Doe and Hentai, they didn't just have us do like, oh, this is gonna look cool.
Glenn Spector.
Yeah, you guys gotta do these cool looking moves that are gonna make you out of breath. They had us do fucking squats until we were gonna throw up, and then they'd have us beat the shit out of each other. They'd beat the shit out of us. So, but you know what? At the time, it sucked really bad. But now, it's very hard to hurt guys like us. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, and we're not trying to sound like hard asses or anything like that, but we are. Oh, yeah. I like that explosion you did back. But yeah, fuck you, bring it. Can't hurt.
The answer to every question. All right, here's another one from Clearfield. He says, up there, Facade, you and Facade was way better than Necro Butcher versus McChesney, in his honest opinion. When will you and Necro Butcher have another match? When will you and Facade have another match? I did hear some good things about that match because, I've heard a lot before about you and Facade up in like AIW, how it was a really good series you mentioned here earlier, and I heard it was like a first chance for you to have those kinds of matches with Facade here in IWC, and I also heard it turned out pretty well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I appreciate you saying that. That's nice of you, but me, I don't know how to respond.
That match would have been unrestricted and there was no rules, that would have gone fucking out to the horse fields.
The thing was, it was relaxed rules to make it an even playing field since Facade had already gone through 30 guys in a really wild battle royal. I mean, you were in that, weren't you?
I was.
These guys beat the fuck out.
Marshall Gambino grabbed my whole cock and balls and bounced me up and down.
You mean Jose?
Oh, I mean, wait.
The chop of chest flexor hurt me.
Oh no. This guy did it.
Yeah.
Not Marshall Gambino.
Well, he does look like him. I was doing commentary for that match, and I almost called him Marshall Gambino too because they look so much alike. But I do the same thing when I watch Ryan Mitchell wrestle. I almost call him Shawn Michaels all the time.
He was there because you were hanging out with him outside when I was in the cage that night.
What?
Marshall was there. You said you were hanging out backstage.
No.
Whenever I was
You didn't say such a thing was true.
Yes.
Why?
Don't do it. Don't do it, because I'll start doing it.
You know what, guys? The bottom line is, Clearfield was a wild show. Me and Facade would love to wrestle multiple more times.
Jimmy, if you keep doing it,
but if we keep wrestling, no one knows what's gonna happen.
Don't do it.
Because me and Facade can't. Keep doing it.
Don't do it.
Man, you know what?
Don't do it, Jimmy. I'll do it.
Me and Facade, I'd love to wrestle Facade again. I'd love to wrestle Necro Butcher again. You've got to email IWC, what is it? What's the email address? Go to IWCWrestling.com. There's an email address at the bottom. Email Chuck Roberts. Demand to see Jimmy Demarco versus Necro Butcher. Demand to see Jimmy Demarco against Facade. Demand to see Chest Flexor against prophylactics of all kinds. And every single opponent on the active roster. That's the answer to your question. Any more questions, please? I know there are.
Yeah,
you told me.
There's questions. There's plenty.
Questions.
Here's a question about training. You mentioned a little bit already. I saw on the IWC website that you help with the IWC training school. I'm thinking about training. Do you, Justin Idol and Shima Zion, all train together or separately?
I actually don't have any affiliation with the training school.
Yeah, I don't know how that you got. I know Shima does.
Yeah, Shima and Justin. Idol's head trainer. Shima has a class of his own. Me and Flexor have stepped in a few times when people need help, and we train, but we don't really. I mean, I don't train any. I don't know why my name's on there. I have a sneaking suspicion it will be taken down soon. Not because I don't have anything to do with it. I'm gonna ask Chuck to take it down. But yeah, I mean, maybe down the line, I know me and Flexor and Facade have talked about having a training class together, which I would like. Would you like that?
I would love it.
Yeah, I think we'd be good. You know what I mean? Obviously, we wouldn't be punching the trainees in the face.
We'd be punching ourselves in the face.
We'd be punching each other in the face, teach them a lesson they'd never forget. No, but yeah, I don't have any connection to the training school. I would say talk to Chuck, talk to Justin, talk to Shima. They're the trainers.
And of course, you guys can check that out at IWCWrestling.com if you're interested and you're in the Pittsburgh area. Let's see. Did the crazy girl who sent all those weird questions to you and Facade last time you were on this show ever get her hands on either of you?
I don't know. I don't really go out at intermission. I'll be out at intermission this show, but I don't have many opportunities to talk to people other than when I'm out for my match, so... I like your tongue hanging out. Gory and Facade draw them, man. The girls love those guys. So you'd have to ask Facade. So send him a message. He has Twitter. It's one Facade or Facade 1.
It's Facade 1, yeah.
Yeah. He's got a Facebook. If you're half a brain and not retarded, you can find him. Oh no, you can like him now though. There's a thing where you can like Facade.
Like Facade.
Why is there
Jason
nothing to
Gory,
like Chest Flexor?
Flippin' ain't easy because
you have an actual Facebook. Yeah,
I have a Facebook, but I could make one of those, or someone could
make a
fan
page.
I wouldn't make. There people were telling me to make one where you could like me, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care if you like me. I would make one if there was something where you could hate me. Yeah. Hate me. Yeah. Hate.
And finally, he says, P.S. Please don't lose next Saturday.
I don't plan on it.
Excellent. I think do you guys have any questions in the email? I think I've got all of them I have marked.
I don't think I saw any others. There were some questions from a common voicemailer of the Wrestling Mayhem show.
Big freaky.
I'm just gonna go ahead and run this, guys. If you want to commentate on any of it,
he left questions on my Facebook. I know that.
It's on your Facebook.
It's on my Facebook under one of my statuses about being on the show. Back when I was supposed to be on Sunday.
Let me go ahead and play this then, and we can roll with that. And
he's a persistent dude.
He is.
Man.
He wants to know a lot about you, sir. Here's
He kind of threatened our lives.
Yeah, that's happened. We need to play NWA Hollywood for a little bit here. Here we go. Maybe I'll turn it up.
Oh, it's killing me. I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm not going to be able to listen live to Jimmy Demarco and Flexor on the Mayhem show. You know, I would. I mean, you wouldn't believe what I did Sunday just to be able to listen live. And that didn't work out. But, you know, I have a good reason for not being there to listen live to the Prince of Perversion.
Prime Minister.
Yes, I've upgraded him from a prime minister to a prince.
Oh, dude, he is good.
I am leading a ritual tonight in Portage County.
What does that mean?
We're in the middle of nowhere, no internet connection. Sorry.
He's got connections.
I am saddened by it, actually. But I have a few more questions for the delicious one. First, Jimmy, DJLunchbox has been disrespectful to me over the past few weeks.
What?
What do you think I should do to punish him?
Oh.
And
What
since
the fuck did I do now?
Oh, you may even be in the studio. Would you be willing to get the D batteries out to discipline Lunchbox for me?
Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
Lunchbox,
that's right.
what did you do
He's
to him?
not in the studio.
I didn't do anything.
Look out,
I don't know what
Sorg.
the fuck he's talking about.
No, seriously though.
Yeah, he's been. I think he's been very angry with our indie coverage lately. That
You've angered a man who's taking part in a ritual right now.
Which, if he's angry with the indie coverage, why yell at me? Don't yell at Lunchbox.
We have done everything within our power to please Big Freaky. We have fucking played his favorite wrestling in the background. I put a fucking news item about NWA Hollywood in the goddamn rundown. So don't fucking give me shit, Big Freaky. All right?
DJ Lunchbox versus Big Freaky is more entertaining than anything I've seen on WWE television recently. I mean, you've got a guy who's hosting a ritual right now, wanting revenge against a man named DJ Lunchbox.
In Portage County, Ohio.
Dude, does it get any better than that? It doesn't. That's what wrestling's missing out nowadays.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh, there's more.
There's
more. Let's see what this one was. I think this is just mostly props for Jimmy, but here we go.
Man, like I was just thinking about it, and this, you know, I've tried to avoid just blatant negativity on the show because I know Sorg doesn't want it. But I'm gonna get gloomy. I'm gonna get downright depressing because I realize the reason why. And this sort of ties into one of my questions about, you know, wrestling geeks like me thinking Jimmy's the man. You know, one of the things I was thinking about is, you know, guys like Jimmy and Shima and Demarco and Facade, you know, for what they do, like, they really are odd ducks in the sense that, you know, especially if you go into the smaller little towns that have indie wrestling, they don't put out a tenth of the effort that guys like Jimmy do. I mean, and I'm not even talking about doing physical, you know, hardcore wrestling. I'm just talking about like the sheer effort, like the personality. Jimmy will go out there and, you know, he'll charm the pants off of people. Or if he's a heel, he'll make them want to see him dead, even if he's not doing anything crazy. And you're just not seeing that. And I was thinking, you know, because you all heard it, you know, support indie wrestling, support indie wrestling, support indie wrestling. Like, I don't think...
He got cut off.
I mean, I appreciate the compliments, and those are some very kind words, but at the same time, you have to understand, like, I don't want to throw anybody else under the bus, but people take time to develop. Like, you can't... Mm-hmm. It's not like, you know, when I started off, I sucked dick really, really bad. And I can be brutally honest about that. I was terrible. It was, you know, people like Norm Connors and, I mean, Chess Flexor could say the same thing. When you started, you weren't that great, but your tits were. Yeah, I mean, I was horrible, I'll admit it. No one's great when they first start off. Except for, like, Shima, that guy's a natural. Johnny Gargano, that dude's a natural. Mm-hmm. You know, Facade was pretty damn good when he started off. Jason Gorey, a natural. Guys like that are, like, right off the bat, like, entertaining as fuck. And, like, you gotta give people time to develop. If you don't, you're pulling the rug out from someone that, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, when I first started off, I was horrible. And Norm stopped booking me on shows. And it killed my confidence. Like, it really, really did. And it took me a while to get that back where I would have to wrestle on shows in front of like 15 people or 30 people, and I would have to wrestle against guys who weren't trained. I've wrestled against people who weren't trained at all. I wrestled against a football coach once who didn't know what he was doing, and that was the first time, like, the suplex over the crowd, like, that Ray Rowe did to me, Fat Nick did it to me, too. I've actually taken that before 4 different times. And the first time I ever took it was from a guy on accident who didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I mean, when you get trained, you learn certain things, and when you go against someone who's not trained, you learn very quickly that this can be a really fucked up business. And if you don't give people time to develop, you're not going to see someone who's really entertaining. Mm. And another thing, too, is what you put in, like Shirley Doe told us this when we first started. What you put into wrestling is what you'll get out of it. So if you genuinely love wrestling, like a chest flexor, I mean, you see him go out there, and he gets cut short a lot because he's not doing things that are super duper fucking flashy. But you won't find someone with a bigger heart than this guy. You seriously won't. And that's, at the end of the day, it's what it's really all about. Because if you're concerned about money, or you're concerned about fucking fame, it's like I was saying before. You're not gonna fucking really go anywhere. Like, you really have to have at least somewhat, some guys hide it, and they're like, oh, I really don't care about this, but they do. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be fucking doing this. Especially nowadays, now that MMA's big, and there's so many bandwagon jumpers. There's like a lot of these guys who are doing MMA, they'd be doing fucking wrestling right now if wrestling was big. If wrestling was the big thing, they'd be doing that.
And a lot of guys, and actually the next Big Freaky goes on, and I think it's more commentary about indie wrestling and everything. But he goes on about guys like SJ Cannon. I think he names a couple other guys that are lowering their wrestling schedules to do MMA.
Well, that's different because if you're an established wrestler and you're going over to MMA, that's because you realize there's money there. You realize, like someone like Sterling, I could see him exceeding and doing good in MMA because he is a tough person. He could go far in that because he's got a mind. Like, you know what I mean? He's someone who could put their mind towards something and do it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, and he was an established wrestler. Sterling's a tough dude. People don't give him credit because he's not jacked out of his mind. Like so many people are shallow and they look at someone like, oh man, he's 400 pounds or he's 300 pounds of pure muscle. He's got to be tough. Those are the biggest pussies. You know what I mean? Because they'll get a hit in the face and they'll be like, oh man, maybe it was scarred for life. Maybe I can't get an underwear modeling contract or something. Like, Sterling's the type of guy where you could break his nose in 5 different places and he really wouldn't give a fuck. He'd probably think he looks cuter. You know what I mean? Like, people like that, I could see doing MMA. I'm talking about the guys who are like, oh shit, Ultimate Fighter's on Spike TV. I gotta check that out. You know, that's the cool thing now. If professional, anybody remember Pogs? If Pogs and that shit became the fucking cool thing, you'd see a lot of these MMA guys. Like, I work with a dude who's like into MMA. And he was the biggest fucking turd in high school. He was like super duper quiet, wouldn't talk to anybody, but now he's an MMA fighter. You gotta look out for him. He's a fucking tough guy. It's like, dude, just because, you know, you're doing this outside doesn't make you any tougher. Because I've got news for you. If you get in a fight outside of a controlled environment, there's not any referee that's gonna stop me from biting a 3-inch chunk out of your arm. That sounds disgusting, but there's some unbalanced people in this world, you know what I mean?
Stick my finger in your eye and pull your eyeball
Or
out.
how about shoving a thumb in your belly button as hard as I can? Think about how bad that's gonna hurt. Or how about grabbing your balls and making them both touch together so what's left of them squeezes out where my pinky finger is? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. So, I mean, there's just a lot of bandwagon jumpers. The guys, in my opinion, the guys who really genuinely love professional wrestling are the best at it. Like the Sterlings, like, you know, Chest Flexor, Facade, Shima. I wouldn't throw myself in there because I'm a humble person. I genuinely don't think I'm really the best. I think I'm good.
To the champ.
I think I'm good at talking shit. I think I'm you know, a slightly above average, but there's a lot of people better than me. And there's some really dedicated fucking guys. Like Gargano, that guy has a lot of success right now because he's dedicated as fuck. Like, there's few people.
Oh, he's all over the place now.
Yeah. And that he made his life that. Like, when he came back from that back injury, look at the way he changed his physique and everything. He really put everything he had. The people who pour everything they have into it have the most success because what you put into it is what you get out of it. People who half-ass it are only going to be half-assed in the fucking ring.
And I think another thing you need to look at, he's talking about like the low-end indies. I've been, you know, they're only going to attract the newer people like that. They're not going to attract too many established stars, you know, except for maybe the top end of the card to get some butts in the door, you know. But they don't really need to, because the way I see it, these guys that are running the smaller towns, the people are showing up because that's all there is to do. And to be honest, they're not going to IWC or AIW or Chikara or anything to see what they could see live, you know. If anything, they're going down to, well, now console and seeing WWE. And, you know, I don't know that I can tell the difference all that much.
Well, I mean, I think to say that places like AIW and IWC aren't drawn anymore is completely not true. I mean, AIW had what? How many people did they have at Absolution?
A lot.
A fucking ton. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't making any comparison in numbers as far as that.
Oh,
I was
okay.
saying,
I mean,
I was just saying some of these smaller ones are doing pretty decent.
Well,
because they're in smaller
too,
towns where they're not going to travel to go see somebody like IWC that's just up the road.
Yeah, I mean, but too, also, you got to factor in, like, DVD audience and stuff like that. Because I guarantee you, I mean, I'm not a part of AIW anymore, but I know when I was part, they were selling a lot of DVDs.
Yeah.
And they're probably selling a lot now, even more. I know Chuck's DVDs have been selling more lately. More people are buying it because they can't find real wrestling on TV. They're getting it other places. I know a lot of the fans we're getting now in IWC, it's not like it was before, but the people who are there genuinely want to be there. And that's the way when I was with AIW, that's the way it was there. It might not have been 500 people, but like Chandler used to always say, I would take 50 people who paid and want to fucking be there over 500 comps. Or 500 family members who are just there to see one fucking person and could give a fuck less about anything else. Like, because if you're, like, okay, say me and you are wrestling on a show, and there's 50 fucking people there to see one guy who they know, who they're related to. They're not wrestling fans. So when me and him are out there beating the fuck out of each other and going nuts because we genuinely love wrestling, those 50 people or however that big crowd does not give a fuck about anything me and him are doing. They're not wrestling fans. And me, I don't give a fuck about them. If you, like, to me, respect goes a long way. If you really care about me and I know you feel the same way because that's the way you were brought up in wrestling. We were both trained the same way. Yeah. If you care about us, we care about you. If you disrespect us, we'll fucking disrespect you right back. You know what I mean? Like, I hate when people call wrestling fake, and that's what drives me a lot to do some crazy stuff because I want them to sit there and second guess and be like, there's no fucking way that could be fake. And yeah, it might fuck me up, and in the long run, I might pay the price when I'm old, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. I don't. You know what I mean? My main motivation when I'm out there is however long I've been given by the promoter, do what I gotta do and get the fuck to the back. And if it conflicts with some faggot in the crowd who doesn't even care about what I'm doing, get the fuck out of here. Go home and turn on Spike TV and watch MMA, because I got news for you. If you don't think any of that shit is staged, you're a fucking retard. Like, if you don't think, like, come on. The situation, like now every single big fight's got fucking a feud behind it. Every single fight these guys are cutting promos on each other, and they're not even good. You gotta have Vince McMahon come in and show these motherfuckers how to cut a promo. Fucking George St. Pierre can't even speak English. I'm the ultimate bad boy. I heard that commercial on TV the other night and I wanted to kick my flat screen TV in. And it's a flat screen, it's expensive. You know, come on, man. If you're gonna fucking, Dana White, if you're gonna have these guys fucking cut promos on each other and talk shit, why don't you sit them down and have them learn from Brock Lesnar? Because he cut a pretty mean one after he beat the fuck out of Frank Mir. So, dude, entertainment's entertainment. It don't matter if you're really caving a guy's head in or if you're fake caving a guy's head in. Because, hey, I got news for you. If it's fake, come to the show Saturday and see how fucking fake it is. Call it fake when I'm out during my match. Call it fake when he's out there with Eric and Justin. Call it fucking fake and see what happens.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sorry. It just pisses me off when you say like, oh, these smaller places are drawn a lot. Well, you know, I mean, places like AIW, those guys, say what you will about them. Yeah, I don't work for them anymore, but they genuinely care about what they do. Chuck Roberts and IWC genuinely cares about what they do. FNW, they genuinely care about what they do. And they're there. I mean, I'm not throwing anybody else under the bus, and I'm not trying to be negative. I just know what I know because I know those people. And I know they do it for the right reasons, and they care. They run shows to help guys get to the next level. They run shows to show people that real professional wrestling still exists out there. You know what I mean? Just because in WWE you can't give a guy a German suplex anymore, or they want you to like go like this when a chair shot comes or something. More power.
Not even allowed to take it in the head.
You're not. Well, you know, in porn you're still allowed to take it to the face, and it's still porn. So loads. It just goes to show you, if you want real wrestling, it's out there. Everything runs in cycles, and it'll come back. It'll come back because places like that still keep it alive. If you want it to die, then stop fucking watching. Go fucking watch MMA and watch George St. Pierre cut fake fucking promos on Josh Crosscheck or whatever the fuck his name is. And get teabagged by your boyfriend too while you're at it.
Speaking of good wrestling, this Saturday you guys are involved. IWC Winner Takes All, Elizabeth, PA. If you're not in the Pittsburgh area, of course they are on DVDs. Really good productions as far as independent DVDs go. I said that before I became involved in it. We'll just put that out there. Of course, Jimmy, you're involved with your match, career versus career for IWC heavyweight title with John McChesney. You've talked a good bit on that. Anything else you want to elaborate on that? There's a poster right there.
Shima Zion versus Roderick Strong. That's going to be really good. Yeah.
The current Ring of Honor champion, by the way.
That's going to be worth the price of admission alone, that match. And I mean, you can't go wrong with anything else. You got Logan Shulo and Matt Justice, Eric Schwab and Justin Idol in a strap match.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the final time those two are going to wrestle. I mean, you might not see one of those guys again. And because it is the final battle. I mean, if one of those guys lose, what more do they have to come back for? You know what I mean? You got Facade and Gory. Anytime you see Facade or Gory, you know, like, and I'm not just saying that because those guys are my friends. I said that before about Facade. Like, there's times where I'm out and people will say to me, "Oh, was wrestling fake?" And I'll tell them, go on YouTube and look up Facade. Seriously, because there's nothing that guy does where you can look at and be like, "That's fake." You know what I mean? There's nothing he does where you can say Facade is a great entertainer. He's a great professional wrestler. And you got Super Hentai on the show. You got, you know, fucking Los Dagos. What else can you say about those guys?
Los Dagos. Well, actually, Flippin' Ain't Easy, Facade and Gory, you mentioned, take on Aeroform, who I'm really impressed with. I'm really glad to see them around IWC after seeing them in a few other promotions around the area. Of course.
What about the trainees?
I'm getting to it. I'm working my way down the
training match. I'm looking forward to that match. Tyler Stone and this David R. Demera. He looks like an impressive talent. Just from picture alone.
Oddly, I think he's referred to as the feature presentation somewhere in the copy here. I saw Tyler.
Sorg, he does look oddly familiar though. I can't place my finger on it, but.
I bet you'd like to place your finger on it, though.
I can tell you that is the stupid. That's. He sounds like a bitch. I don't know about this. Yeah,
some guy.
Yeah, just some dude. Irish Airborne, Los Dagos, whoever that may be, and Dean Radford, Dennis Gregory, number one contender match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of those two guys would you like to face?
If I had to choose between those guys, I'm gonna say Dennis Gregory because I think he deserves it more. I think Dennis, and he's a 5-time former champion. If people don't understand with Dennis, that's not some fucking stupid, like, story to help make people feel bad for him. That guy was legitimately in Iraq. And he was in, I don't know if you guys know this or not, he was in one of the worst sections of Iraq for the time he was there. I kept in touch with him through email the whole time, and so did Chuck. And he was, you know, frequently getting mortars dropped on him and stuff like that. It was a bad section he was in. And Dennis has a kid, so automatically, you know, shit like that goes through his mind. Like, am I ever going to see my kid again and stuff like that? And for him to be back here now, that's a big deal. So, but honestly, and this is a little bit off topic, I really wish Chest Flexor had a match. I don't think anybody, in all seriousness, I don't think anybody works as hard as this guy, myself included. And he has, I mean, Flexor's been around as long as I have. I started training at the end of 2003. Flexor started training, summer of 2004?
Yep.
He's been around a long time, and he's gotten himself in some great shape. I hope in 2011 you see more Chest Flexor in the ring doing what he really loves to do, because he is a great entertainer, and he should be in the ring. But I wish he had a match.
Speaking of great shape, where's that picture of me?
Yeah.
Someone needs to put that picture.
I don't know. Nobody said it to me. I don't have anything on my phone.
If you give me your phone number, I could send it to you. Hold on a second. Let me take these headphones off.
Hold on, Jimmy has it. Jimmy
Doesn't have his phone.
No, I don't have my phone on me. I had to leave it at home with my fiance so she could get Comcast internet turned on at my house, because I've been stealing the internet for the last 6 months, and whoever I was stealing it from turned their connection off, so I had to get through Comcast.
Those dicks.
And for the last 4 days I've been trying to get my internet turned on. It hasn't been working because Comcast sucks. If you're out there, Comcast, and you're watching, I want to spit on 4 of my fingers and go like this, and then put them inside of you, and then form the fist while it's in, and violently thrust back and forth while it's in you, and make you shake like Michael J. Fox trying to make a goddamn cocktail.
Yeah.
He has Parkinson's.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared because he got my phone number and now he's going back to the bathroom.
Who, Flexor?
Yeah.
I put my phone number out there for you. It's 412-478-3223.
You realize whatever you send me is going on the internet, right? Like,
dude, yeah, put
whatever,
that up.
it's going on the internet, uncensored. I'm not even going to think about it.
Put him up, man. It's a hot picture.
And I'll link it to Jimmy Demarco's Twitter account.
Jimmy Demarco 69 with a little A in front of it, like you're sending.
All right, okay. Last big question before you let you go out of this hour-and-a-half interview here. Holy crap! So say the worst happens. Say somehow you get screwed over. You lose career versus career this Saturday. After walking the streets, contemplating your next move, would you consider auditioning for co-host position at the Wrestling Mayhem show? Go.
Yeah, I'll be there. I want to. Yeah, bad. And there was one question I saw. I mean, I'm not going to go into Big Freaky's question.
Yeah, I couldn't find him. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. There was one that irritated me that he put and said that I carried the feud against Drake Younger in AIW. That's not true. If it wasn't for Drake Younger, there would have been no feud because way more people know who Drake Younger is than me. His name means more. So even though he couldn't have made those shows between when the match was announced and when it happened, if it wasn't for Drake Younger, that match wouldn't have had the buzz around it that it did because people know Drake Younger's a badass. My whole motivation was to talk as much shit on him as I could because it's kind of like when you know someone's going to beat the fuck out of you and you're like, the whole time. So then when he shows up, you know what I mean? The guy, there's video online of the guy running around in thumbtacks, no shoes on, and so yeah, Big Freaky, to answer your question, I didn't carry shit. If it wasn't for him being involved with the match, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as important as it was. So I just wanted to say that because I don't think that's a fair assessment of that feud. You motherfucker, you gorgeous ritualistic fuck.
Oh, get away from me.
Chest Flexor, you got anything to go out on?
What's that?
You got anything to go out on?
Actually, I have a donut eating contest.
Okay.
It's a big deal, kind of.
Yeah.
Count me in.
Obviously, you can tell how fat I am, and you'll be able to see by that picture how fat I am.
You ain't fat, dude. You're fucking cut now. He's got sexy cuts on his hips.
I have a donut eating contest with a woman.
When?
I don't know when. She's trying to avoid me, but I keep on trying to pull her in.
Do it, dude.
Listen.
All right, guys. Hot Wheels in the chat room. One last thing. Jimmy, I must say, I respect all you guys. May just may just do sound, but I see what you guys go through. I say thanks for entertaining all us fans.
You're welcome.
Tell him to send in that picture of him washing
Send in the picture of you, naked, washing your wheelchair, man. That's what we want. We want that naked picture of you washing the wheelchair.
Thanks a lot, guys. I don't know if you guys need to run or anything. We're going to be covering some of the wrestling for the week with whatever time we have left here. Feel free to stick around if you guys want. I don't know. You guys do. Guys do have Out for Justice to watch, so that may hold precedence. But thank you very much for coming on the show.
The main misconception. Wait. Are you cutting us off? Wait. Here's what I'm going to say on the way out. Come to the show Saturday, and the main misconception is to go like this. The clit's up here. I mean, it feels good to put it in there, or so I've heard, but get up here. Like,
if you don't make it bleed, you're not doing it right, Jimmy.
True. If you ain't bleeding, you ain't having fun.
All right, thanks, guys. Jimmy Demarco and Checks, folks.
While you guys are enjoying your 3 rivers, I'm gonna go enjoy the whole freaking ocean.
Did you censor yourself?
Yes.
That number in the tens that you wouldn't want to put out on the public internet.
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
Lazy bums that they are. And this is the Dashing Mad Mike. I am the...
This is Johnny Gargano, the bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, and the whole shebang. Not Johnny Bananas, by the way, even though I like to eat them. And you're watching the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
You're watching the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
This is awesome.
Online at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
ladies and gentlemen. We are back, Wrestling Mayhem Show. Holy crap, hope you're still with us. Big thanks to our guests, Chesty Flexor and Jimmy Demarco there for joining us. Always good stuff. Who's in the studio? There's nobody in. It's just me. It's just me in the studio. But on the line still with us is the WrestleFan Texas T, his new name.
Hello.
Thanks to Jimmy Demarco. And of course, DJLunchbox. How you guys holding up over there?
That was incredible. I realized I didn't say much during that interview, but I just couldn't help myself. I was just masturbating the entire time.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It was that good. The interview was that just tremendous.
Same as with Jerry Sags, right?
No. No, he's a little old for me.
I just remember his
I'm into
face.
older women, not older guys.
Oh, I got you. Sometimes that confuses me. Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and get right into the news here. What is going on? Who got arrested this week?
Oh,
wait a minute. Sorg.
Yes.
Sorg.
Yes.
We're ignoring a whole big portion of our show here.
What's that?
We still have fan mail.
Oh shit. Let's do that. That's a bait and switch. You're gonna have to wait to find out who got arrested now. We do have one from the dashing Mad Mike here. If I can find it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Old School's Cool Edition. Greeting, kids. It's that guy who has seen Techno Team 2000 in the Mandible Claw, but knows all your women still like it raw. Is dashing Mad Mike. I do miss these rhymes. First off, my apologies as the Prime Minister of Perversion, the Lord of Laying Pipe, the Sultan of Swinging Meat, the Ayatollah of Analingus. Is that a right word there?
I think
the King of Knocking Boots, the Archduke of Ass Play, and Chuck Roberts' Nightly Wet Dream. The current reigning and defending IWC champion Deeeeelicious Jimmy Demarco, and I'm not here tonight to bow down to him over Skype, but I wish him good luck against Fab You Suck this weekend. Now, down to business. The past week in wrestling, fuck you TNA. Honestly, I never finished TNA this week. Just time restraints, really. I barely got Raw in. Fuck you for taking a break on a storyline you were going to do months ago, then just put it on hold for no reason other than you wanted to try and cash in on the ACW name. How'd that work out for you, by the way? Get all the crazy buy rates you wanted, it doubles your ratings? No? Shocking. Secondly, TNA, nice job with your action there, you fucking idiots. In the background of Bubba talking about why he turned on Devon, he can clearly see RVD and Kaz going over their match spots. That's what makes it raw.
That's kind of bad, actually.
Well, fucking played, morons. Isn't this pre-taped? Can't you edit things like this out? Also, at the end of reaction, it still says that the executive producer is Dixie Carter. Again, nice work, Fuck. Come on, that's like the real credits versus this is fictional. May I explain?
Well, the thing
characters.
is that I think they can fix that with not having credits.
Why do they have credits? It's a wrestling show.
I think it's a legal thing. You have to have credits.
Yeah, well, it's not a sports entertainment
show. You don't have credits at the end of Impact.
Yeah, that's true. But this is more of a separate show.
That's true.
I think.
You don't have credits at the end of Raw.
Well, actually, Sorg, it's not a separate show because it leads in from Impact immediately.
Technically, as a time slot, it's a different show. Really, But yeah, I think that's just a little point. It doesn't really. You can go on IMDb and see Vince McMahon as executive producer when he's like a character. Come on,
Yeah.
When he's like been ousted by Ric Flair as the owner of the WWE or something, or all that kind of stuff. And it's nice to see that all the ECW guys, it seems the only ones they are keeping around are Rhino and Dreamer. By the way, I'm pretty sure Mickie James and Tara are still brawling somewhere over the feud. That means nothing. Okay.
I disagree. The feud might not mean anything, but I like the stuff they're doing.
Okay. Now on to the True Treat Old School Raw. Holy fuck, was that an amazing show. I'm just going to break down some of the things I thought was amazing by giving you an Old School Mike's Top 10 list. Number 10, the Old School intro song with the New School clips. Simply amazing. The classic WWF signature was awesome. Yes, I agree fully.
Bandana. I don't know that shit. I don't know. I just know there's sirens at the very end.
Yeah, the sirens were a big thing. The what the world is watching. It
really did look like an old 1997 episode of Raw.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did, big time. Number 9,
the best thing in the world was the interviews in the little box during the match opening.
Yes. The old interview platform,
fantastic.
like the good old days. That's when the classic moments happened. Like, I can't remember any right now.
Like The Undertaker attacking Hulk Hogan from the funeral parlor.
Yes, in the funeral parlor in the Piper's Pit where, Andre turned on him and all that kind of stuff. Number 9, old school graphics, all the uniforms, the cameraman jumpsuits, the blazers on Cole and JR, the King's old regal
on the refs.
Oh, the bow ties. It was so complete. Right down to the guardrails and the seats and just
the guardrails were a nice touch.
Yes. It just
and there's the old school thin blue mats.
Yeah. It shows they're paying attention. They really went all out for this, and you got to appreciate that detail. Number 8, Brooklyn Brawler jobbing to Zeke. Such a fun way to put Zeke over. And can Harvey Whippleman please come back full time? Yeah, that was a surprise. 7, the impersonation of Lord Alfred Hayes for the sponsor breaks had me on the floor laughing. Was that an impersonation? I was half paying attention. I was like, oh, wait, that was Lord Alfred Hayes.
I don't know.
Wait, he's dead.
All I know is Justin Roberts was supposed to be, who was he supposed to be? But I read about it, and apparently it was a former announcer for WWF who had a huge sex scandal. So that was very interesting reference by WWE.
Huh. Let's see. Jim Ross.
I was disappointed that Todd Pettingill didn't show up.
Yes.
Todd Pettingill.
Jim Ross, no selling everything Michael Cole had to say.
That was awesome.
Now,
the whole Jim Ross thing was awesome.
Can I ask something? Because, I actually had to catch a feed for Ross since I was busy with a barista shoot this week and didn't get to catch it live. Was there a moment where they left the mics on during the Daniel Bryan match?
I don't remember catching that.
Because the feed I caught was the match is going on, it looks like they're off air, and you hear Cole and JR talking about their spot at the end.
Huh.
Right, but
really?
The stuff I watched,
I didn't see that.
For those that don't know, Raw's the only one they don't put up streaming. If you want to catch it, seriously, look it up the next day on DailyMotion.com. It's not technically legal, but the site's from France, so whatever, fuck it, put it out there. That's how I do, if I miss it. And Raw is the one I usually don't miss, by the way, because of that.
Yeah, but that was so awesome because the thing with Michael Cole, every time he fights with like Jerry Lawler or Matt Striker or whatever, they get into like these like insult battles that are kind of like childish almost.
Yeah.
With him, he insults Jim Ross, and Jim Ross is like, "Yeah, you can be the asshole. I'm going to call this match.
I'm going to be here and do my job like it's supposed to be done." Which
and
was really cool.
He did
like you said, you were going
the match too.
You know what? We should.
It was so cool.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say how it was so cool for him to call the match with Daniel Bryan, even.
Mm-hmm.
So
the good wrestling match for the most part. And what's the other Oklahoma guy? I think then he ended up hiring, right?
Yeah. I think Cole made a reference to that too.
Hey, I warned him, and there's what Chess Flexor sent me. There you go.
What is it?
Oh, it's on the video. All right, that happened. I warned him.
WWE's trying to play up the whole, Michael Cole and JR thing. They're like, "Are you team Cole or team JR?" and all that.
Wow. Oh, I am team JR all the way.
Show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Number 5, the interview.
Wrestling Observer ran a poll.
Yeah.
Wrestling Observer ran a poll, and they had, was it 96.4 people said that JR should take over from Cole, and they said we can't even get 96.4 people to agree that the Earth is the third planet from the sun.
Fantastic. Number 5 on here, the interview segment with Mean Gene and Cowboy Bob Orton and Wade Barrett. Loved it. Took me right back to watching Superstars. We mentioned about that here a minute ago. Raw set for Christ's sake and the aprons and the signs on top of the arena. The only thing missing were Raw girls and the Karate Fighters blimp inside the arena.
I remember the Karate Fighters blimp.
That's before I came back to WWF.
awesome.
Man. Yeah. The entire Gold Dust segment from Cody singing "Don't Breathe on Me" or saying "Don't Breathe on Me" to Dusty saying "I've raised some weird kids" to Oksana dancing while she's still in the net to Ted getting some storyline progression by going after Brian. Everything was gold. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that was a really good segment.
Absolutely.
But now reading that makes me sad about what happened this past Tuesday.
Oh,
true.
no way. I have not been paying attention to NXT, which is sad in its own right.
And now I have no reason to.
Senile
I'm pretty certain that AJ's got it now.
Yeah. Senile wrestlers talking. Oh man. May calling Lake Cole sluts and bitches, and Iron Sheik not knowing when to talk at all, and Kozlov and Volkov singing the anthem together. Brilliant. Okay, Iron Sheik with a live mic and Santino trying to cover for him was amazing.
Oh man.
Definitely.
I spent the whole time thinking, oh, he's gonna say fuck. He's gonna say fuck. He's gonna talk about fucking Hulk Hogan in the ass.
This is the first time they've done that. This is the first time they've handed him a live mic in recent years, where it's becoming more and more dangerous as we go.
Oh, and the Mae Young thing. Oh my God.
That was awesome.
Better than
I just lost it when she was like, "Come on, you little bitches."
Yeah. There was, I think, when I was looking at go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was looking at DivaTurk.com, and you know they just put anything divas up, and they're like Mae Young bringing back the Attitude Era. So
yeah,
you go ahead.
You know, not only that, they kind of broke away from the PG stuff tonight or that night. I mean, they brought back sexual chocolate.
Yes, they did sexual chocolate, and wasn't there a chocolate chant?
Tremendous.
There was a chocolate chant.
There's
they
a
brought
few
back
of them.
sexual chocolate in Hershey, PA. That was brilliant.
They wasn't even in that era too when they just brought him back.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was amazing. What else we got here? Oh, number 1, 3 words. Rowdy Roddy Piper, who's looking good by the way.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to see the looking good and spry and can talk Roddy Piper, or the
tell you what,
fat, I don't really know what's going on Roddy Piper.
The man looks really good for having beat fucking cancer, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I give
and filming a new horror movie.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's not They Live 2? Actually,
I don't think so.
There's been rumors about
they are remaking that.
Yeah. That I'm looking forward to that if that goes through. As far as the weekend's pay-per-view goes, I would love to see that Cena was a part of Nexus this whole time, but I don't think that will happen. I wouldn't be surprised to see Alex Riley be a sleeper agent for Nexus.
I don't think so.
After he goes to cash in after Cena beats down Barrett, because yes, I see a new WWE champion on the horizon. Also, the new match that will be added on SmackDown has me thinking high hopes for future things. Cryptic? Well, that's it for me, guys. I'm off to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry tonight. So have a great show. White Alchemist. Ending transmission. So there you go.
Wow.
Fantastic. And we got a couple more here, real quick.
Yeah,
we
I got
have
one
Pierre
here.
Pierre Kelly. You want to take that there, Riss? One of you guys.
I'll take it. To the WMS Nation, I can't believe why the WWE put together Old School Night on Raw, but they did for this big night. It had Mean Gene, the Iron Sheik, Tatanka, and more. Everything was so classic for this night, but one match I thought it was confusing was Sanatov becoming the #1 contenders for the tag team champions. Who in their right mind tried to book a match with the Usos being the opponents? And how come the Mystery Raw GM traded in a laptop for a fax machine just for one night? That's what I want to know right now. Along with Mae Young taking a whipping to Lay Cool, JR calling the Swagger Bryan match, and Alberto Del Rio beating the Sarge, it was Piper's Pit with John Cena and Randy Orton. Wade Barrett interrupts with a Nexus t-shirt, and Cena gives a "I don't want it, you can have it" moment as he takes off his shirt while delivering an AA to the Nexus leader. With a night that was memorable, there were things I should have seen, like Wendy Richter being a special guest referee to a Divas match, Lex Luger taking on Jack Swagger, or an Oddities reunion with Hornswoggle. So much for WWE being old school, which brings us to TNA. How come they have a version of Old School Night every Thursday since it came into Spike TV's home? It's because they got Ric Flair, some WWE rejects, and anyone who worked for that same corporation when Diesel ruled the world. I mean, seriously, TNA hasn't been the same since the time in which it switched to Mondays in January of this year. What's even more worse is that next week's Raw is in TNA country. Why did the WWE deserve to save this day in a wrestling town that has a rival to wrestlers who have two groups that start with the letters E and F? Wait, what? I didn't catch that. It's just scheduling, but good luck on next week's Raw. After the Survivor Series, I hope to see you all later. Pierre Kelly, a.k.a. Mixture Techwood Drive.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Video. I don't have the video hooked up, but suppose this is ROH versus Don't Stop Believing. I don't know.
I've seen this. It's dueling entrance themes.
Oh, is it?
It was a match between Bryan Danielson and Silas Young.
Okay.
And Silas Young comes out to Don't Stop Believing.
This looks like it's in Cleveland, to be honest.
No, actually, it's in Illinois. From what I remember.
I'll have to. Hey, can one of you guys stick that in the Delicious? Oh, wait. No, that's just in my email, isn't it? Well, we'll stick that in the Delicious here when we get a chance then. Let's see what else. Was there anything else, mail, that I missed here, guys?
Not that I see.
Okay.
I didn't see anything.
We'll go with that for the moment. Well, okay, yeah, the Old School Raw, I think we covered it for the most part here. I was a huge fan of it. Theme nights like that need to continue. That's WWE doing it right. Come on, guys. You know, that was fantastic. Oh crap. The other big news that we teased here a second ago, if I can bring my Delicious back up. You can follow the stories that we have marked over here at delicious.com/wrestlingmayhem. I'm on the wrong page. That doesn't help. Well, Alex Riley got arrested. Was it driving under the influence, I believe?
Yeah,
DUI, yes, sir.
It was a DUI. He was arrested this morning in Hillsborough County, Florida, on suspicion of driving under the influence. The arrest report indicates that he refused to take the breath test and that he has since been released after posting a $500 bond. So yeah, that's pretty, that sucks for him since he was getting a pretty big push with, the Miz.
Yeah.
He's in a good spot. Before all this happened.
Yeah, so it's
He's not the first
hard
wrestler to get a DUI, but
yeah,
we'll see what they decide to do with him.
There's a lot worse things they could get for that. But if you get DUI, that means it's a little harder for you to travel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So have you guys seen this Hulk Hogan trailer? I actually haven't yet.
No, I have not. But
I know people are already kind of tearing it apart for being completely self-promotional. I guess it's a special happening over on A&E called Finding Hulk Hogan. Okay. Let's see. There's a trailer here again. FindingHulkHogan.com. Fantastic. A&E. There he's putting his boots on. I don't know. Maybe. It's from Bischoff Hervey Entertainment. Go figure, guys.
Really?
Really?
I would have never imagined.
Who else would have done something like this?
Character that I developed will probably be written in the history books.
Character that he developed.
I made hundreds of millions of dollars. My wife filed for divorce. I lost my family, everything I'd ever saved.
It's because of your reality show.
I was out of my mind, and it wasn't good at all. I just didn't understand.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a...
Dan, why I was put on this earth. I know now. Even though I've lost everything else, I still have wrestling.
What did it say at 10? Which, was that this week or last, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to look at that. I'm curious to see what they do with it. of course, it's completely self-produced for the most part. So I'm curious about that. Let's see. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, there was, we were just talking, I say, Sags last week. He was talking about the Hulk Hogan and Friends events, and it came up in the news this week. I guess it got rescheduled. No big news there, actually. Have you guys looked into these Hulk Hogan and Friends shows?
No, I haven't. I haven't done a lot of research.
They're being described here.
The last time I remember looking into those was when they were doing his European tour when he was wrestling Ric Flair all the time.
Australia.
Yeah, that's it.
And that was more. It seemed to be a wrestling event. It didn't sound like it sold as well as people had hoped. I'm seeing if there is a HulkandFriends.com. So there you go. Hulk and Friends tour about us. I'm curious about this now. Hulk Hogan, 6-time WCW champion. Yeah. Former World Tag Team Champion. Hogan's tour is offering fans a once-in-a-lifetime chance to participate in a roundtable session with Hogan and his wrestling friends, swapping stories from their days in the rings and on the road. Don't miss out on this unique chance to get up close to the legends of the ring and see firsthand what it's really like during the height of wrestling's fame and popularity. I think it's a cool idea, to be honest. I'm curious.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, because really, look how well, like, even IWC, the Legends, Night of Legends does really well here in the area. These big events like this. I mean, people, you just heard Jimmy talk about people, miss the good old days of wrestling and are looking for something. And a lot of them are looking back to, hey, these are the guys I grew up on. And any chance to talk to those guys, to see those guys in person, is pretty cool. Even if it is Brutus Beefcake and his weird nipple piercings.
Whoa.
Creeps me out, man. Creeps me out. You didn't see him in person. Mostly I'm seeing Jimmy Hart, Beefcake, the Nasty Boys. See who else is in these pictures. Looks like Coco Beware, Greg Valentine, Honky Tonk Man. That guy is definitely way too young to be one of the old school wrestling friends. Whoever's in this picture. So, Coco was at the last Legends show, and he was fantastic. He was really cool. People were asking him questions. Let's see if they have anything for like a list of bios. Here you go. I've got a special delivery here from Knife of the Show. And remember the good old days when she always used to bring stuff here? Of course, back in the studio was right by the kitchen. So there you go. So
jealousy is mine.
So I'm going to eat these on air while you guys tell me some more news. Oh wait, here we go.
Really, Sorg? Really? Oh my God.
I just heard something about chocolate milk and ice cream, and I don't know what's happening.
Now I'm hungry.
What's going on in the world, guys?
There's a pay-per-view this Sunday.
There's a couple of pay-per-views this Sunday.
Couple?
There's a UFC pay-per-view. Oh, I didn't mean.
Saturday.
I meant this weekend, not this Sunday. Yeah, UFC this Saturday. One that I would love to see, but probably won't get to. It's Lyoto Machida versus Quentin Rampage Jackson. Should be great.
Very nice.
I'm a big Machida fan, so that's all the insight I have for that pay-per-view. And then there's
Stop eating your cookies,
Survivor Series.
We can run down the card and give picks while Sorg devours.
Dude, it's the fucking Survivor Series, and there's gonna be a Survivor Series match. I'm so excited.
That'll work.
Legitimately, I am excited with my cookie in my mouth.
God, Sorg.
Yeah,
Sounds
Survivor
hot.
Series match, like a 5-on-5 Team Mysterio. I need to apparently watch SmackDown for the last couple of weeks because I didn't realize that Edge has kidnapped Paul Bearer. Have you heard this?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh yeah.
Edge has kidnapped Paul Bearer. I need to catch
watch
up.
SmackDown.
I'm watching the last 3 weeks of SmackDown to catch up before the pay-per-view. This is going to be really hard to do.
Yeah.
And
well, let's run. If you want to, we can run down the card.
Go for it.
First match: John Morrison versus Sheamus. They've been building that up a little bit with the whole.
He's such a bully.
Morrison.
I think that'll be a good. I think Sheamus, but I think it'll be a good showing by Morrison.
I think this is going to be a start of a push for Morrison. So,
2-on-1 handicap match. Layla Michelle McCool versus Natalya for the Divas Championship.
Okay.
I say Natalya takes it. Mainly because she's had 2 matches in the past. I'd be surprised if they didn't give it to her.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. Yeah.
Lay Cool has been a tag team for too long, and I think that
it's run its course.
They're gonna turn on each other.
Yeah,
because they do break up every single tag team that they ever put together.
Correct. Hopefully they won't do that with Santino and Kozlov because they are awesome.
Speaking of Santino and Kozlov, they will take on Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater for the tag team titles. I think it'll be good. Depends. I don't know if they're going to lean towards a comedy route with this or
completely leaning back towards that guys throwing together tag teams like we talked about last week.
Yeah.
But these guys are really good as a thrown together tag team.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and it makes a little bit more sense than some of these tag teams. Then what Sorg mentioned, the traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Team Mysterio of Captain Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, MVP, Big Show, and Chris Masters against the...
How random is Chris Masters being there?
He still has a job.
Hey, he's a regular on Superstars.
Woohoo! So is the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah, so is a lot of people that no one knows about. JTG is still around. Against Team Del Rio of Captain Alberto Del Rio, Jack Swagger, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and Tyler Rex.
Tyler Rex.
Yeah. How random is Tyler Rex being there?
Did he get thrown into that last match though?
Yeah, in the bragging rights.
He took Caval's place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was in the bragging rights match.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't get Tyler Rex. Like, what is he supposed to be? I remember when he was a surfer, and so now is he like a homeless surfer? I don't get it.
And another one, I think the one that Mad Mike was alluding to was Caval versus crap. Was it Ziggler? I think I saw.
Oh, for the bragging rights spot?
Oh, what? No. I mean, at the pay-per-view, I think that got added.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. He did say there was a new SmackDown match, but I'm not sure. That would be a good match.
Mm-hmm. And then
maybe they actually give Caval a win.
Yeah. You know. But yeah, again, I haven't seen what the spoilers are for SmackDown this week, but that'd be pretty cool if that's what I think I heard was true.
Yeah.
And of course, Mike's not from that.
True. Then World Heavyweight title, Kane taking on Edge. I say Kane keeps it.
Yeah, he could. I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this. It seems like such a weird angle that he kidnapped Paul Bearer. But again, I haven't seen it unfold, so who knows?
Yeah. No, I think Kane's going to hold on to the title until WrestleMania, and then Undertaker will come back and take it back.
Yeah, exactly.
He could.
And then the main event, Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett with special guest referee John Cena. I do not see this going any other way than Wade Barrett winning.
I think it's something interesting going to happen. We already see him put a pretty good twist on it with Cena involved in the main event before. I think something's going to come out of left field on this.
But there's no loophole in this, I don't think.
I think they're going to find something because we haven't figured it out, you know?
Yeah.
You know, really,
they're going to have to look deep to find this one.
They got a plan. Something's in motion, you know? Or since it's Survivor Series, maybe we have another Montreal screw job. We find out, I'll be pissed if that's the way it is. Or maybe Cena gets fired and, because he lets Randy Orton win. And then we get a Mr. America kind of thing going on, which is a rip-off of Dusty Rhodes.
No.
I don't know who that is. It's Losena. Whatever that means.
I remember Mr. America. Oh my God.
You guys seen the Los Dagos lately? Just putting that out there.
What? Yeah. Sorg, what does that have to do with anything? Los Dagos are from Mexico. What are you talking about?
Hey, you know, I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to this. It's Survivor Series. I have an empty hope for Survivor Series every year for some reason, and I'm really glad they didn't cancel it.
It looks like a decent card.
Yeah, it does. I'm actually considering going out to see this one. Maybe, you know. So.
Where is it at?
Where's it at?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I thought you meant. Well,
no, I mean go out to a local venue to watch it. A local bar, eatery.
I get you.
Get your tickets. It doesn't even say on here. The site's one of those over flash things, but from what I'm seeing, I love how much they put Wade Barrett all over this. There's some really cool, really cool imagery going along with this site. Of course, I'm seeing it remotely on the computer upstairs, so it's really kind of chunky. But the pictures look nice when they're stilled.
Yeah, it's going to be in Miami.
Miami, okay. Yeah, they like doing that. Yeah, but, you know, we don't get the Royal Rumble here for our first show at the Console Energy Center. We get a Saturday night SmackDown house show. The day,
wow, really?
the Monday after Christmas. We get a Monday night SmackDown house show to open the console arena. What the shit is that? That is... No! Why? Why?
While they're having Raw in Albany.
Yeah, in Albany. So I'm going to miss Raw to see a house show, which is the first show at Console Arena or Energy Center. I'm not sure what it's called.
Though, however, I will say from the way SmackDown's been looking as of late, that there's a lot of great talent.
It'll be a good wrestling show, but is it worth dropping? I'll get the nosebleeds because I know I won't get stuck behind a pillar this time. Like that last Raw show I went to. Oops. Watching the backstage segments on a illegal stream on my phone while I'm sitting in the arena.
That's when you know you've lost.
That's when you've lost the game entirely. I never had a problem going day of, walking up and getting tickets. That was the first time I ever did, and I almost got shut out of it. But I was there for the last show at Mellon Arena. That's what counts. Didn't buy a t-shirt, though. Hey, that's about it, guys, I think, for the big news. Of course, we ran long with the interview, so I want to go ahead and wrap this up so we're not getting too crazy. And I'm not up all night doing this. So let's go ahead around. Guys, what did you learn from wrestling this week, WrestleFan? We learned a lot of things about wrestling and otherwise.
I learned that WWE made the biggest mistake of their lives when... NXT sucked before, and now it's going to suck even more because Oksana's gone.
There's no more reason to be there.
There is.
There is
no more reason.
It's done.
I'm telling you,
NXT,
AJ's got it.
NXT is dead to us.
She will probably win it, but and people were like, "Oh, well, they'll bring her back eventually."
Like losing breath.
Goldust gave her divorce papers. She's not coming back. Okay.
That's final. That's final.
I now feel Michael Cole's pain.
Glorious. DJ Lunchbox, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned two things. Number one, the more I see of Wade Barrett, the more I like of Wade Barrett.
Oh yeah.
I really think he's got it. He can talk on the mic, he can wrestle. Aces, that guy. And the other thing I learned is JR has still got it.
Mm-hmm. And look, he's looking good. Looks like he lost some weight there.
Mm-hmm.
So good stuff. Good stuff. I'm not in the chat room. It crashed on me. Is anybody in there talking?
Let's see. Stupid computer not working. Okay. Play SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 Lotos Americanos.
What?
Oh, and they brought back Los Conquistadors in the game.
Nice. Los Conquistadors. I think that was described as the scariest moment of Edge's career, I think.
Riz's prediction for the pay-per-view is Chris Masters will be the lone winner. Bank on it.
Oh, man.
That would be
no
awesome.
one can break it.
No one can break it.
No one.
I remember when that was true.
Yeah. And now an army fellow, a scrawny army fellow, has broken it.
Yes, with the help of Cena, wasn't it? Or was it Santino?
I think it was Cena at the time.
No, it was Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. Oh, man.
Oh, I miss Bobby Lashley.
Big Bobby Lashley.
He was the maker of dreams. Bobby Lashley is why we have Santino.
Bobby Lashley is why you guys had Justin Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's be honest. We had him anyways.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
Lashley facts of the week. Oh, man.
Oh, the Lashley facts. That's what we need to do. That'll jump ahead. That's what I learned from wrestling this week. We need to organize an old school wrestling mayhem show. Okay. Unfortunately, we'll break into my old apartment. Sit around the back room with some cheap mics.
We'll smuggle in Vimmel and Steam Machine.
Yes.
Shad.
Rant about retards, and it'll be grand. We'll have to resurrect Doc Remedy from the dead because he's.
There'll be a lot more TNA talk if we're talking about retards.
Yeah. We have to talk about, or we have to go to McDonald's first.
Yeah. Which they've torn down and rebuilt.
Oh, no.
Rebuilt from the ground up.
You think Jessica's still in the freezer?
She fucking better be.
They buried it in the concrete when they put the new foundation down. Speaking of, Macho Man had a birthday this past week, I have to mention.
Macho Man got married this past week.
Again? What?
This past week?
He got married before.
Yeah,
there was a big picture on his website.
Video. No, I just saw the video on Facebook. And I thought I emailed it to us
already. Yeah, I saw that actually. So excellent. Shit. Well, guys, that was a holy crap show. Next week we have some guy coming in the studio by the name of David Demira. Not sure what the deal is.
I'm telling you,
he looks impressive.
Sounds like a bitch.
He looks impressive.
Big star.
Sounds like
Big
a bitch.
Star.
Sounds like a bitch.
Yeah.
So he's a new guy on the scene. So we're going to be asking him where he came from, and what his favorite color is. And if you have any questions for a guy named David Demira that bears some weird resemblance to Doc Remedy, please email to.
Well, we can ask him what's the weirdest thing you've ever wrestled.
Hey, yeah, I mean that's a question I ask everybody.
No relation to anything else that's gone on in the Mayhem Show ever.
But send your emails to goodtimes@wrestlingmayhemshow.com if you're interested. Drop a phone call. They call him a bitch in person to 412-206-WMS0. And of course, please check out everything going on with us over at WrestlingMayhemShow.com and Twitter us at Mayhem Show. You should go ahead and follow Sorgatron Media as well over on Twitter. Somebody won a Head PD CD today, or this week, from Minnesota, actually. So,
from Minnesota. I was going to say, is it Malengo who wins all of our contests?
Wait. What? No, it wasn't Malengo. We only had one contest that he won. Come on.
No, it's still true what I said.
Yeah, that is true. Now it's not, because somebody actually. What state is MN? Because I realize I might be wrong.
It's Minnesota, I think.
Is it Minnesota or Maine?
Minnesota.
It's Maine.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Minnesota. Well, either way, hopefully he finds it his way in the mailman knows what state it is, so we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for Jimmy Demarco and Chess Flexor. Please check out the IWCWrestling.com for everything going on with them. The show.
Winner takes all.
Yeehaw! You have never.
That's my new catchphrase.
You have never worn a cowboy hat that I've seen, or said yeehaw, nor do you even talk like a fucking Texan.
Yeah, surprising isn't you stereotypical mother,
No one would know you're from Texas.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I live on the border. I live on the border.
Yeehaw.
I live on the border. There are no cowboys here. There's just Mexican. Lots.
I don't know. Do we
and
sound like
lots
we're from
of
Pittsburgh?
Mexicans.
What? Do
He's
we
right.
sound like we're from Pittsburgh?
Do you have a body of water that? I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
We have 3 rivers, damn it. All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll see you guys next week at a regular time here at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, live.sorgatronmedia.com. We'll see you guys next week.
Same Mayhem time, same Mayhem channel.
Thank you for listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Please subscribe to our iTunes streams and blog at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
Email us at goodtimes@WrestlingMayhemShow.com or call us with any comments at 412-206-WMS0. We love to hear from our fans, and who knows, maybe you'll make it onto the show.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show was recorded live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in front of a live internet audience, and is a production of Sorgatron Media.
You can be part of the show as we record live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on TalkShoe.com and Eastern.tv.